Yep, so now we're recording. All right, go ahead and start, Lisa, Auntie.
Okay. My name is Louisa Mataele Uata, and I have 11 children, and I have 60 grandchildren, and 30 great-grandchildren, and that's all my hako, but it's still going on.
Ai hao tonga vewa mami.
Pea ko proud aki hoku hako ki koloa mahu I ngā pe ia ku mau ko se oku hako. Koe o ko ofalahi atu ke ngai fofongai fa e ko toa pe mo ngai fofongai tamai o ku sio atka ki mautolu. Ofalahi atu a pito ke a leka e ne asimai. Si whanau a alisi ko ki whanau mata ofa mo oni. A ki whanau ko ni. Pea oku naku tupu hake whoki na si tupu hake au I a me mololo o mau nofo pe fo ui. Pea alu lewa e mau tangata e ki o ngā whawhawikau ka koreanga Inoke ka lolo mo me ke mau si nofo pe ai. Pea koe mea ku honga ki a te au, koe mea na mau mea tokoni ai whanau a lolo me. Mau kau katoa pe ai whanau a Inoke o no tauhi o mātou koe ni. O mau si I lave mo nu ai, o mau mo ui o a o ke taimini. Ko ia ka pauna I kai si me mololo, o kai ke ilo pe te mau si whewhe. O kai taimina e whoki mai a Inoke me ngā whakawhaiwhekau. Na ane whoki mai rewa, o mau o nofo hewa o nofo uta. Kai ke ai whoki sa mau api kolo, na tu whata pe o mau api uta mo mau api kolo hewa o I matau. Pea nā mau lewa o nofo vao. Pea koe kunga au e nai whai, na ae pongpongi o hakakeke, whahi moe niu o tawaki, pea alewa Inoke mo e ku... Alewa Inoke mo e keke na whakapaku o si whakatau he maketi, o si maua e mau ki mo ui. He koe haa mataele e whokia ke mau pe ki tola. Pea ko whoki mai pe mea ko toi whakapaku keke o toi aure tangata eiki o whakatau I kolo. Ko anga ia se mau nofo. Pea ko mau nofo ko he vao na aku tokoni lahi au ia ke tangata eiki he huo mo e whai ngahi ngai whakatangata kai hola a hok whangatoko wā o kuia ki te ekiu kia hola mo motua puaka o nofo ai. O uhi ngai ai mari a losarine ia ki haam ki he kau mea koe na halutui. Pea ko e ku manatu me rie ia ki se e kuanga e ku tupu hake mo mau ki whamiri. Pea ko Inoke neongo na ane kui, kana ane si ke tauhi pe ki mautolu o hao ke maulalahi koe ni. Pea ko ia e manatu me rie ki se tamai. I he toto mau pe wa I he tau he tungai a kau. He nai kai ke si aha no suia ona. Koe tangata eiki, ka ne whai ha mea koe whai pe ke leleitaha. Whai aki pe a ene leleitaha. Neongo na e si I kui, kana e taimina e whai ai ha konferenisi matahau, e tene ngahi pea e ne pola o whika o luaki pe ne pola ana e upola keke. Ko ia koe manatu me lia ia ki se kutamai neongo si e ne kui, ka koe tangata e iki tui lahi. e tui pe ia ki ha mea, pe e hoko pe ia e mea ko ia ia. Na ia e ao e taha, na e hau ai a Inoke he hala, o ne lue mai he hala, o ne whaatoka ngai he kau mea puke la he whewhine i honau api. Pea tarangi he whewhine ki ai ke uia Inoke ke whoki mai ke whamo uia. Pea hao lewa a toko taha uia Inoke he vehala o na whoki atu. Pe aluata Inoke ki he api ko whonu mai kakai ai. He sio whewhine ko e niuksi te ke mate. Pe tānga Inoke ki anau tolu. Ko ia pe o kuikai ke tui i he whareni e mo ui e whewhineni whamore more huki tua. Pe toko lahe huki tua. Hanga Inoke tāpua ki e whewhine ko ni o tāpua ki ake lolo pe ni hanga o whainga au e ki ai, pe nai mo ui e whewhine koe ni, pe a kaua e pe whewhine ke si asi. Koe tangata eiki, na ane tui pe ki a mea, na ane whainga pe ke ne whai a en le taha.
Okay, Mom, hold on. Hey, hola. I'm not quite sure when to insert myself with the translation, because that's a whole lot of stuff to translate right there. Summarize?
Yeah, just go summarize like I mean, you can like whenever you feel like she's ready to let you translate, or I don't know.
Yeah.
So let me try to translate what you shared. So basically, she was saying that she grew up with Lolo and May in Fo'ui because her dad asked Lolo, their brothers, if they can take care of his kids and go on a mission. And so in the beginning, he was just...
Remind everyone who her dad is.
So Luisa's dad is Inoke, and he is the... What number is he, Mom? Anyways, she didn't say that part. So he asked Lolo if he can take care of his children while he goes on a mission. And so they grew up with Lolo and May and Fo'ui and Kalo and all her siblings. And so she was just expressing her gratitude because if Lolo and May didn't love them, she wouldn't know where they were. And she was sharing with me that May was the nicest woman, and whatever food she would give her kids, she would give it to them too. So she knew that she really, really loved them like her own. And then, what else did you share, Mom? Oh, she was saying they moved from Fo'ui to Matahau, and they lived in the bush. And Inoke had all girls. So the oldest is Auntie Lose, and then the twins was Losaline and Sepi, and then Alisi, and then Luisa, and then Olivia. So they're all girls. And so she became the son. And then all her older sisters, they would run away to Te'ekiu to Hola, who was married to Motopuaka, and she had to do the farming, everything that a boy needed to do, she did that. And that's how one of her sisters ended up marrying Te'ekiu to the Lutui clan. And and she was sharing the story about on his mission, her dad was walking down the street and there was a lady that was dying. And the lady noticed him and said to call him to come and help heal her. And so when Inoke came to the house, it was full of people. And he just told them, whoever does not have faith or believe that he can, that the lady can be healed needs to leave. And so the majority of the people left. And then he knelt down and prayed and asked for God to heal the lady. And because of their faith, that the lady was healed. And so, and she was baptized to the church. I think I caught up, Mom, right? Yeah. Okay, I go for share up with Noah, but you pause or you translate.
Do you know who the lady is that got baptized, Auntie? Do you remember her name?
Okay, Manjaniwa.
Oh, I
no, she doesn't remember. Was that it, Mom?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's everything I can share. Go eke mai pe go misiona e fiha Inoke na ne whakahoko.
Mantua pena e pisina fiaka na toto.
Get louder, Mom. They can't hear you.
Na toto alpe Inoke o ngā whawhawhikau ka kai ki ilo pena koe mission na fiha na na whahoko. He na whaele I awia I
How many times?
whaele I awia I wawau. Pea whaele I lewa a Olivia ia I uiha. Pea uia Olivia ko Olivia hifu ki uiha. Pea
Koe mam la ngā whiwhika ta tāwhitu. Ta tāwhitu.
O na ngau whawhikau I tau tāwhitu. Pea ko mana tui le lei pe, a taimi na ko whe tuku mai ai ho whamiri ki Amerika ni. Pea o si o hake, ke lua hake a wepi mo te vita, ho mau mata whare. Pea koe ku si o koe ke honki tamai ki koe ni, na ku ofa mo onia na ua whakaamu, ke ave mai ki na ua ke o mai ki Amerika. Pea na iai ho mawaka, na e alu ki Haamoa. Pea na mahanga whakaheka ngō ki tamai koe ni, I he waka o ave ki a awha, ke na o ki Haamoa ke si I whenga I mai ki na ua, ke na hau ke Amerika. Ko sio ka ue pihi ko manatu meri e apito, ke taimi nā ku sio ai, ke onki tamai koe ni na ke iki. Pea ko ofa lahi at apito wepi kia koe mai si mata te vitae, e whanongo atu ko si more, kai ke ngara e te au fo story ko ia, hono o mai ki moa whaamoi moi mai he waka, ke si whenga I ki moa ke mo mai mao mo ui. Pea ko ofa lahi atu kia koe wepi.
Okay, let me translate that. Did you want to answer more?
Ekai.
Okay, so the question was how many years or how many missions did Inoke served? And she said he served everywhere in Tonga, but he served for about 17 years. And then she saw a picture of Wepi, then she detoured and told the story of how Wepi and Devita Paulo came to America. And then she was sharing that Devita and Wepi were walking by their house, and she felt so bad and touched just seeing them that she begged her husband to help Wepi and Dee come to America. And so they had them come just from seeing them walk by the house. But the story about the boat mom, that's Wepi. That's Alici's husband that happened. Wepi and Dee came on the plane.
Hello.
Yeah.
I heard whanahona na alu to hiva Inoke o ngā whekau. And that's about right, iko ia tau e tawhitu. But I heard he served 9 times o ngā whekau ai.
Ko ia ka koe nai tautou alu whokia o ngā whawhaiwhikau. Ko ne alu pe whoki mai toi alu.
How about share the story about the manioke, Mafana?
Na e pea aho e taha na e alua Inoke o na aukai ai pea lua he hala, pea ko ne awhe ke vete ne aukai. Pea alat pea Inoke o turutui, o lotu ke eiki o vete ne aukai, pea koe taimi koe na tokonake ahono ni mā, ke tuki o lunga, o kutau hono ni mā, he fwoi manioke mawhana. Pea toi punou whai pea Inoke o whamalo eiki, o ko whamalo atu ka koe, I hohanga o whekau I e tokotolu I ni whai, ke o mai haku me akai he ahoni. He kou ilo, ko totolu I ni whai, ko ki nau tolpe te nau lava omi e kume akai he nau ilo I o kou au kai. Ko ia koe manatu me li e ia ke tangata eiki, I he ene whaawhainga ta ia I he ene alonga whawhaiwhikau.
Okay, so this story was a miracle of when Inoke was on a mission and he was fasting. And even though he had nothing to eat, he went to break his fast. And when he finished, he put his hand down on the ground to get up and his hand landed on a warm cassava. And he knelt down again and thanked Heavenly Father for sending the 3 Nephites to bring him food. So that was a story of during Inoke's mission. Okay, Mom, here's a question. Ko hai na ni tokoni ka koe ke hau ki Amerika.
Ko kalo. Ko kalo na tokoni mai ka au ke whau ke Amerikani.
Share the story, Mom.
Nā ku ngā ue auia I he. Ngā ue auia I he marketplace. Pako ngā ue nai whai ko whatawa te ukahoa a kalo. Mo ai e sei e kakai. Ko hao pēr kautua. Pau whakakahoa o nau tolu pe ai mo nau sei pe eke rewa paanga. Pea ko au rewa nā kuhanga o whae ngā ue koe ni akalo. O uhi ngai si e kula vai o tō mai ke Amerikani. O si la vai o mai se o whamiri katoa ke Amerikani. Ko hui ko si kalo.
Okay, so the question was who helped her come to America? And she said, Carlo, Auntie Carlo. Thank you, Auntie Carlo. She worked for Auntie Carlo at the marketplace selling her leis and the flour, and she would put on the tourists and then have them pay her. And then Carlo helped do your paper, right, Mom?
Yeah.
Pero how do I kikite ho dad ki Amerika, mo family.
Pea nai ki kite ai ku tamai o tala mai o pehe mai ka ki mātou. Ka pau te moutauhi a ngai whekau ai o tua o mui ki ai. E hanga he e o tua o ave ki hokuhako, katoa hokuhako ki Amerika ke whanua talawha. Pea koe ni ku hoko katoa ia. Nai whakahoko ia I he kuhanga whetuku katoa mai si whanga toko ua mo nau ngahi mari, mo nau whanau, hau ke a wepi mo te vita na si akau ai pehe hau ko ia. Ko ia koe tapua kia hok whamiri a e ku iloi a tui lahi a tangata iki.
So Inoke told them when they were young, remember they were very poor, that if they kept the commandments of God, that all of his posterity will end up in the promised land, which is America. And it came into fruition starting from Auntie Carlo helping her get her papers, and then she helped her sisters and their spouses and their kids, even down to Wepi and T. Okay, ko hai ngā hele soni na ke ako mi ho tamai.
Ko e le soni o ko wako me tamai, kau whai ha mea, oua nau whai whakakonga. Ko whai peha mea whai ke osi o singa maarie. He ka pau te ke whai o osi o singa maarie, e hau ai tapua ki ko toa pe I he mea o ko ke whai ka te koe. Pea koe mea ko toa pe o ko whai, te whai o osi o singa maarie, pea toki hoko ka mea taha.
Whehu e taha. O waha manatu ki a grandma Lolohea.
I o ko manatu I a grandma Lolohea, na ne si hau o maunofo mo Inoke, I he ki whare na langa pe e uriti, I he apio hameti. I maire taha. Pea nai hau pe whine e ki o manofo pe au tauhi ai pe o au ki sene malolo. Asi Lolohea. Pea koe whine e ki ko ia ko manatui, koe whine e ki lau tohi, mo e mea koe whakamaa. Mea ko toa pe une ai o maa mo whakaofo ofa.
So she shared about Grandma Lolohea that she lived with her and my dad and Inoke in Mailitaha and Hameti's land until she passed away. And she loved to read the scriptures and clean. And anything else, Mom, about Lolohea?
Koe whine e ki na tui lahi.
Had a lot of faith. De lava vai vahe ai tā noa ka Lolohea pa mo e tōni he kamata koe ni Hawaii ai o whai kau ki Tonga, mo Mataele.
Io, na e ko Lolohea na e hanga Mataele o Avea. alolohea ki vava'u. Ko ne alu ki ai ke o mai a o whaiwhekau mā monga me vava'u ke a ko i ni whanau ke naurea whapalang. Ko foi mea pēa na ave ai, na ka ke ave ia ke o mai a ngongorerei. Na ave pē ke hau a o whaiwhekau ke a ko i ni whanau ke naurea whapalang. Pea a ko i ki nau tolu, a lolo mo Inoke mo Maire, kato nau tō nau poto rea whapalangi.
Okay, Fehui e taha. Should I translate that? Okay, so let me translate that. So she was sharing that Mataele sent Lolohea to Vava'u to invite the Palangi missionaries to come and teach their kids how to speak English, not necessarily to share the gospel, but to teach the kids how to speak English. Go ahead, Mom. Okay, fe vahe fe kau aki pia mo e tokoni a Inoke ki hono ma'wari a hona.
Iyo, ko manatu pe ai talamai e Inoke ka te au ai ni hangau. Na e sio ia mi olunga me apere koula, ne lue hake ai, o sio mai ke kau ki he kau e siri ana kuna hu ke api koe o vangana. Pea hao Inoke o aluatu ki ai o whakaongongo atu, ko e nau whenga i ke nau hanga whakatau alia ona. Pea hao rewa Inoke o osi pe alua ka wisiri ana, ko lele mai rewa Inoke o hao o hu atu ki a vangana. O tāne na e whiha ai sirini na ai ke atu he e wisiri ana ma au. Pea tarange e vangana ai sirini pe tarange rewa Inoke sai. Tatari hena o na ke ai ke hoke whakatau. Ka aua ke uki lere au ke mau kautaki. Lele rewa Inoke ke kautaki ke apisiasi o whamatala ke ai mea nai hoko. Pea nau hanga rewa hiki ai price o lia hona o toi maorungane. Pea whatau ai pe e hesiasi a lia hona. O hoko koe ni koe, o ngahui koe fuu, korisi whakaofo o whaia i Tonga ke alu ke kakai, ke nau mo ui wharau maarie, mo ui whatua sino.
Okay, koe whenua me ani mapa. Na ke tau whiha he malolo ho whae.
Nau tau ono. Nei mate mau whae ko ke tau ono. Pea ko mana tui pea pehe mai e me, mo mau hiki mai e ki whanki i whanau ke nau o mai, o si uma whaka osik se nau whae. Pea ko ongo i pe taimi ko mana tui mau pe ai ongo ko ia, e ko uma whaka osik e whae pea mau. Wheloaki whaka mawai pea mau si, pea si ave e whae o tanu. He na e tanu pe i loro paongo.
Ake tau ono. Ake tau whiha via.
Tau ono au ka e tau whaavia.
Tau whaavia. Okay. Koe whehu i eni wheka aku mo u whau hiwa koe a Inoke. Ko hai ngai hiwa o ke mana tui na ne whau.
Koe whau e tangata ike, koe tangata whau mo oni. Ka whiau i māu a Tonga katoa, tene whau e ku māu pe teu, koe taimi ko laua e māu a Inoke, o mau e au e katoa Tonga he whiau i māu mo whiau hiwa. Wai foi hiwa taha koe hiwa koe whau ki he whanonga e kaupai o nia. Mau lele ia koe taimi o ko hiwa ai o ku tangi ni ihi e hiwa e tangata e kie, ne whau e tangata e kie. A hiwa koe ki he whanonga koe e kaupai o nia.
Whewhe o tahi wake?
Iyo, uhiwa asi he himi, ko mo sio pe ke Mataele, ko whau ia Inoke. O tū pēr hingoa Inoke Mataele. An koe foi hiwa koe ni e tawal tolo no, koe foi whau ia Inoke. O ku asi pea he himi whakatonga. Koe whao mataele. Koe whao ia Inoke.
Luisa,
Wow.
de que más fue una cosa que te va y más.
Ia te lava hiva.
Ono
Que
tavi.
iba más.
Ono tavi.
Na etala meimu e kau palofi kuo pau pekela a saione maa I he potulala koi fonua I ana etala o pakihea kosi o se ta Oko ataimi na e kikite I o holeva ae filike whakatanga I ae kaunga oni oni Tēnā whono ngā pehenga I whainga taa Ona wiwa he hira aio Nia e koe moto e me kukai puelo Toto a Nawa uki he Anu masima Aka oka Si ilea aipa Lofika Ko ni akolo e mahutake E fisi alile hete Le apea e maului e O tua pea e no foai a eka I puna Si ene whanau o pena.
Thank you, Luisa.
Pagani ngai whau, ai whau mau, ko keha tu pe whau mau ia Inoke. Te whatapu moha mau, moha puna ke whai warau. Ka harea peke manatu ko puni peke tani whetau. Tapu mo ia whai whai whani mo reko tikola hako atamai. Wasani whai whai wanan ke tūla hako tau tapua. Ka kawa whai teki ngā tuwahi reo he poni se tau whai roaki. Ui sa whakapo e lava ko ai hai, mata ia se mou fufonga pe te vai vai. Mana toa se o mou tō ngā kafu se te whani, malawe loto ia kita se o mou ngā I ngā matea. O whake monu mon tono, ke awhi whio e tō tōru, ke nau omea tāpua ke lo ma tōru ke whitu utake a te tau tōru. Heo whaka au ke pōngi ai ofa I e te manatu, whamiri ho mou ngā tō onga. Muna loto peke whanangoa, olosi I lupu ko motu manoa. Pe hei kai ngalo se o mou hingoa, o mou mate aki se tau misiona. Ngatai maau kai kai ngatai ofa e tai ngatai kumanatu, si o mou ngai tō onga ofa.
Whau ia Inoke.
Whau ia Inoke.
Oh, mom, nice. Sige manatu ibe.
Ke manatu I klelei.
Oh, da,
Pea aua te mou holi ke mou whenga mai. He kau ka hema te mou tōwho hake pe kau ka matau te mou tangi o Yahweh.
I'm not translating that. What was he?
Pea koe ai mo ne foi whao e taha. Ko ne foi whao pe ke mau whae. Mahalo pe ilo pe e ka kai ka atoa foi whao a Inoke mau whae. Ka pau te moloto ke hiwai pa mu te hiwai atu.
Iba I mai.
O whatu si e ku whae. I sa te ke ngalo nai a whe. Ho o whamo o ngā we. O kumalohi ane ia he mate. Ulu aki tahake sino mo e laumani isakuo langa noa si ete manatu mo si ete ofa kisi ifa si ono fofonga waka opo ofane ia he mata oloa Ulua ki o tua ai fae kakato oi kuna kotoa ke faunga o na tula ke lo tahake ino mo e lauma
Beautiful.
I'm not saying that.
Atu ke fefe hake
Konti kei lama. Mo uia tu pe me turi koe ni.
Te lava o vahe ai taranoa Inoke Mataele makai e mei mui. Mana tu.
iyo. Ko mana tu e mea ko ia, ko haina tā mai.
O nai te lahi.
Ko me la ku mana tu I, ko aho ko iana e maumate whika ia. Pea hanga le tamai le wa Inoke. Mo o tuwhi mai e mei mui. Ngā ngana whoke me iki lalo. Al pea maore wa tuwhi mai mei mui pe mbautāne. Si, ko ai, ke kai kia tahia tene whie kai e mei mui. Tā mai he tangata iki. Mou kai. He hanga pehe o tuaia whakamākona iki mou tolu. Neongo pē ko ha mea whewhe ia ka kua pau ke he ala mai e tau kupo e ki o whawhanga ki mou tolu ko mea kona e merie. Ko mea tamala e hua merie pe ia ka ki mou tolu. Pe te tau mo ui pe ki tau tolu. Pe kou mana tui ai aho e taha na e whiu he whainga holo e ha mau ki seniti ki ai aka mau mea kai. Pe kai kia seniti. Pe hao pe tangata e ki o molo hono. O holo hono wa e. Pe asio e whoia moloki e a sirini ukuia sirini aku. O moloki pe ia I he holo anga. Pe a puno e pe tangata e ki o whamalo ke tamai e wani. Ko o menia he tolu ni whai. Ai mea une si whemau.
That's good, Mom. Thank you. Hard to translate that. Uiai ha o manatu ki a Mataele. Grandpa Mataele.
Iyo, ko matu pea tangata eiki ko ia. Ko tangata eiki na e. Na manatu ina e. Ko Mataele na e whare alea. Kau whare alea. Pea ne hanga o kore ai ki he ke pure a ngā ke hanga ka teana ane kore ke fōtu e siasi. Nā kai ke mahi no le refo I konga ko ia, ka ko Mataele na e kau I he parliament. Pea nā ane hanga kore ai a siasi ke fōtu, pea kai ke ilo le pe ko ia pe I kai.
Okay. Let's see. I think we covered all the questions that were sent, Hola. So if anybody have any questions, I guess this is the time to ask her.
I see that there's some in the chat. Do you have access to the chat box?
Let me see. Chat. Oh, there's a lot. Let's see.
Access to tell
Ko
Mom.
ko whia mau pe ke u. Ke whakaha atu a e ku ofa ke toni a alisi. O vale pe au e au taha ko. Ko mau ene telefoni o tala mai ka au. Luisa ko ki se ni tiena ko atu. Ko si ofa la atu ke a koe. Ako puno o whamalo ke tamahewa nie. Hanga ki tamas iko e nio manatu iau. Ko wiko se ne whae. Ko e alisi ko whamalo te a koe makani. Masa mo whanau o moanga. O whae a moana manatu iau. Taimi ko toa pe o ko whaingata iai. Ko taimi ko e nina ko whaingata ia pito. Ile ka sanoa. Heanga e kuno fo. Mika lana e hongo I pe e toni. Se whaingata ia. Ta ama toni tala mai. Luisa ko se ni tiena ko. Ia tu ke si aia ka me. Ko whamalo atu leko. O mo. Ki whanau he mata o whamua. Mana tu ia o. Koe ke o. Lava e au. Whakatatawa e o whatoni. Mate e o whakisi anu fofonga. O si maru. Ko e apa ke whaka o atu leka. E ko o whakatoni mo si maru.
Okay, ma. Koe whehu na e malolo koe ho o mo whae ko haina ne toka ngai mo tolu.
E toka ngai mautolu e lolo mo me. Toka ngai mautolu e lolo mo me. Me a kotoa pene si kai ai ne whanau na mau kai ai pe. Mau si kai katoa pe me a kai. Le si ngai e me ke mau si kai ai mo. Si whanau pai a Inoke.
Na e toi maria Inoke.
Me si toi mari mo whewhine ko tū fui.
I think that's all the questions. That's all the questions that's on the chat. Hold on. So if anybody have any questions, please ask.
Yeah. Can you tell her to explain how they bring my dad over to the state? Oh, yeah.
Ko mana tu I ko ia. Tai mi ko e na si mauhai si ue I ene nofo vehala. Pe o mai lewa o avion. O si kore ke mau ensinia o e waka ke whakaheka ai ke si ave. Ke si ave ki Hamoa ke whenga ke whakapuna mai ki Amerika. Pe ko mea na si tau mai ai a si ue I ki Amerika. O whalahi atu reka ke hoki fofonga.
I love you, Mom.
Ia. Nai fufu ia ue ia na kai kane passport I mua mea ta. Na si fufu peo he wakake a kai ke peke tō ki Hamoa ka toki whengai e awhahane ki mane ki ngofua ke a wakiki I Amerika. E pehe anga se no mai o ue I.
Eko afa ko best friend ia uri.
Eko best friend ia uri te afa. Pea ko mea na kore uri ki ai ke si o atu pe a tangata I koe ni ka nisi whengai pea mea ke o mai ai ki Amerika. Pea ko mana tu I hanga te au na puna ma afa o mai tangata I ki. Ki ela ei. Pea tō fōke afa.
O whātu leka.
Oh, patu. Kako haina ne kore ke o mai mautou ke Amerikani.
Ako
Haine tō ne whana arisi. Ki hau Amerika.
ko o mai katoa pe e au. Katoa motolu.
O whalahi atu.
Katoa motolu. Pea moi whanui o I whae. O mai katoa motolu ki Amerikani. O whala.
Sorry.
It's okay. Any other questions?
I wanted to add something.
Hi, Lavi.
Hi. Hello, everyone. The story about the May, one thing that Mom didn't mention was Inoke was I May he kapau hanga he ki o fofanga manupuna ata fe ni whanau pele. So even though ne kaikisaya May, but they ate it because they trusted their father. And their father had a lot of faith. And I think that's where, because all these mom and the sisters have a lot of faith and the ethics is hard work. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Inga, I know you have a question.
Auntie Luisa,
Yeah.
ko amistana.
Oh, mistana, fe ake.
Sai pe whakatulua pe whakawhae o walaia tu mo mata. Nei, toko whia ho whanau, Luisa. Ko manatui pe, ko lavi pe mo Venisi ko manatui.
Ko ia. Toko taha.
Wow. Ia kau nau tō mea mo Venisi, na mau ako whakatahi nukalofa.
Ko ia. Toko taha. Tō taha whanau. Aia ko ku tamasi ko takresi ko ia nai si mate. Nai mate ia pia mo pia afaka ko foi un mahanga ia. Ka ko whanau tō taha.
Name them, Mom.
Aia ko e uluaki ko Venisi, ko e hoko ko Lavi, ko e hoko ko nai te lahi, no hoko ko tui, te tui Uata, hoko ki ai ko Monsoni, hoko ki ai ko Etuate, hoko ki ai ko Melelupe, a hoko ki ai ko Afa Motaki, pe a toki hoko lewa anai te si. Pe a toki hoko lewa lusi. Ko tahine e taha.
Okay, I see a question in the chat. Did Inoke have children with his second wife?
Nā whanau, Inoke Mataele.
Ke kāna whanau nau ai ako.
Louder, Mom.
Nā ke kāna whanau nai wa koe whanau pe a tufui a ko Lavi mo katoanga. Katoanga mo Lavi.
Oh, ko whihui taha, Mom, na anga whihui malolo whai.
Ko mate ia ko ne whaere ai ne ki pepe whakaosi na hingoa whahingoa pe ko Inoke. Ko mate whaere. Ko ia ko si mea na si malolo e mau whae. Pa ko mea pe ko manatu i ko tarangi e me. Mo hiki mai e ki whanau ke nau si wheloak whakaosi me nau whae kasi awe tanu. Pea ko o whalahi atu au anau a me molo o wha mea au ua.
Hi there. Can't hear you.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Hi, Grandma, and hi, Naite. Could you share one sweet memory of our grandmother, Alisi?
Moduna Alisi.
Ko ia.
Ene te ana.
Ko ia. Ko ku ilo a Alisi, ko taahine ofa au pito Alisi. Pea ko taimi ko na na mau nofo ai na e nofo pe ia o ngahi mau mea kai pe ko pe ko ala to tokoni ki ai ko te fine ni ma mea a au pito he ngahi mea te ngahi mea tokoni. Ko alisi ko fe fine hanga le lei moe, hanga whakatau ki lalo mo oni ko. A alisi ko tahine hanga le lei mo hanga ofa. Mo ofa ke ka kai ko toa pe.
I remember on one of the calls, Beauty shared some stories about Inoke in California and like their family home evenings and stuff like that. Does she have any memories of those family home evenings or anything like that? Were you at any of them in California? I think it was.
Meeting that I find Inoke, California. There you go. No.
Okay, you might have
I think Luisa wants.
I can't hear you.
No, I think Luisa was in Tonga. Mahanga kau tamago na America, like Arisi and Seppi and them. And now woman from North Fatahama kau tamago ya. I think they're the one that I don't know. Wepi, do you remember anything, Wepi?
What was that?
Tamai hola na matala Beauty whekawaki mo family mo Inoke mo family i LA. Taimi kana ki mo uia ya Inoke. So ko tango mo tol ko na ia ite mo manatu ia because I think Luisa was in Tonga.
Yeah, na tamai se pina like how no for na how no for I Hollywood ya voka nem. Na like how no for ya voka nem before the no how but na ma o ke kause kona then they no to how go or no for go Orange County.
I remember that when Inoke was still alive, he always made sure that we had family home evening or meetings with the Sekonas and Beauty and Lovely and the family in Hollywood. And there was another family. Oh, Eleanor and them, Hasimani and them in Pomona. Those were the three families he wanted to always make sure that we knew and hanged out with.
Okay, thanks. I think that usually a question that everyone asks, and I don't know if I didn't hear it was answered. If you had any memories with Josiah Mataele.
She shared that one already.
Oh, she did. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Fire the trend.
Let's see, and then let's see. I don't see anything else.
I think if you guys ask her again, I know that she has several memories of Josiah Mataele, including how he always had to make
personally, yeah,
all the time. I know Mom told us that story.
What story, Lani?
About Josiah Mataele. She told us several stories about Josiah Mataele. So ask her again. She only shared one, please.
Do it when my turn. I'm like, why? I like that people.
Ia ko tangata eki. Nia lava monia matai. Kako tangata eki. Ko tangata eki. Ai mau pe ko ai mau pe ke paanga. Ai mau pe paanga. Ai aku hange ha mea whakapisnisi. Ai mau pe mea whakapisnisi. Pēn aku tupa ke pe au ia ko mea pēna whai mo Inoke ko kumi paanga mau pe ko whapaku keke ko keisi I ko si whapaku keke whautoki aluke ako. Pea whahi niu pea hao o whamamanga he fu puha si aine o whao si aine. Pea ko mantui pe ai tangata iki kake no whonoa ia e ai pe mea ko kumi pe paanga. He taimi kotokotoa pe. Pea tupu hakai pea o manako ke kumbanga. O vale pea o litia ko ai pea o ki stoa o ki fare koloa. O ai pea o ki fare kai. O lele pe fare kai. Pea koe taimi ko kulahi ai mea kai. Pea lele lewa tahine o tiriva. Ai ngahi lu moe nai tao nai. Pene kai ke tao e kulu a koe nai. Haka pe fukulo na stimi pe ku lu aku ia ni mango fulu i e fukulo o whakaloki loki wha ke o lunga pea aire va e ku mea ko ia o ave o whakatau ia maua e ku ki tola pea aku ia ai e lu sipi lu pulu masima ai moe haka ai moe mitpai pea ai moe se koni. Kai toi ha mea hono ngahi. Whai kakai. Pea koe ke tawhe mau peni mai pāngā. I he nima koe ni koe nima. Ala ke pāngā koe. Koe ni kai peke ha pāngā ko hange ko matotua nima. Ka koe mena e whai koe whenga peke kumpe pāngā. O vai pea lui dia ko lele ko stoa oku.
Mataele. Ko hufanga atu kau ki vai hatu mo ai ki manatu melie.
Ia.
Ko hingoa ko merenaite ko e figato lo fa na a Luisa. Te ko ku vai atu I memory of ko hanga manatu ka Inoke. Ai ko fatala historia ha mau family. Koe taimua na si whaere I mea Inoke pe ilo he toko lahi na e si a po uri hono fofonga. Pea koe uhi na e si I whanau I mai pētanga ta aiki ko si handicap. Na e kai ai ke ade o whakaakoi a tangata aiki. He na e whakakaukau e o mātua, mahalo usaian ke invest ai paanga. Hono totongi ke ako a ta maiki koe, ka tuko tangata aiki he ku si po uri hono fofonga. Pena e te kai ai ke lava tangata e ki o tohi o ako pe lau tohi pe lava o tohi hono hingoa. Ka kou manatu e ne tala noa mai tai mai alwa lolo hea ki pavau ki o mai e kau whai whekau. Taka tai mwena haua e kau whai whekau ne hanga rewa e he tangata e ki e sosaia. O ne hanga pau pe o pia koe nau tila ko me kau whai whekau. Ka pau te hanga ko e whanau ke rewa palangi. Te kore rewa kau whai whekau ko totongi ke tua maha mau whainga maari ke mau malanga e ngolere. So once a month, ngai hangare tangata e ki o tāna katoa hihi fo ai e fu umu o tāna katoa o alatu rewa te kakai o malanga rewa e o whai whekau. Nai raki tuia lolo hea, pia nai raki paptaisa lolo hea mo konga whanau, ka toki paptaisa rewa tangata e ki mui. Ka kou mana tui e whamatala ko e tangata e ki, leo na e si I henti kepi. Kana ne hanga o ngoi kono lau maari na ia e ui ma kehe e ki kai kono lau maari. Paka taimi kana e lahe rata ngata i ki manatu I ke mo manatu ne kai poto I he lau tohi, pe poto I he tohi ni ma. Paka taimi kana e lau ai ki ai e follow for la. Na e lau tu o taha tu o ua ko ene tu o tolu pe hono lau ki ai ha for scripture, ko osi mau loto he tangata e ki and he would repeat it verbatim, I follow for la. So I just wanted to share I whahinga lau Maria na mao he tangata e ki. Kona uhinga he neongo na ikai ke siako pe poto he tohi. Kana tene lava pia lau mauloto mai pe ai folofola. Peka taimi kona tu o tangata e ki ke tu o malanga perea. You can literally hear a pin drop. Kona uhinga na si longo e kakai ka lava ke hanga tangata e ki o vahe ni whakamoni. So I just wanted to share that ko tui o mahu inga ke mohanga ilo a background story of Inoke.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Na mo whanongo he whata e Inoke piano.
Yo, koe tā piano maari la rauria.
Yeah, nane tā mau pe piano I la tā I ki mua whai lotu. Kaya ilo hata haya te ke ako ia ha foi nota ka ko ne ta ik time na ta Inoke piano hange pe ko na e ako ia ko ha fu skola.
Come on.
Vai mam pela mo Inoke pe mo.
Ko moni au pito fa matala ko ne. Ai ne. Ko tamai ko ene tai mo hiva ya mau fukuaya. Ko ne hiva I ko tahatu pe a foi fa ia ko ya ko si mau loto pe e ia a foi hiva. Pe ko ne hiva I mau loto mai ko ne hiva I mau loto ko ne hiva pe ata hala o talangi ke whanongo ka neanga o hiwa I mai o kwange ia hata pita piano o kunehanga whatontonu ai anota ai kakai. Mei he solo au ke laulalo. O e tangata e ki matata mo oni I e mea koe musika. Pea mo e whau mau, koe whau mau e tangata e ki o futo atu au pito he koe ne. Te whai pēha whiau mau a Tonga kotoa, te mau ia e au he pau ke whau Inoke a mau a.
So, Uncle, say something. You're unmute.
Ke lawa tu uhimi ko no asa mataele tau himi ko siasi. Ko himi tahaiwa ko angelo ne whakaha. Ko himi wa no. Monu ka ko monu. Ko
The number doesn't matter. Just say the name.
himi tolu noa ne tala si sue. And so himi fa.
For sure.
But
it's in this hymn.
My dad was talking about it last week, and he said that there were a lot of hymns that Mataele wrote and stuff that when they translated it to the new hymn book, they like misnamed a lot of, they attributed the wrong hymns to a lot of people. So I think I can't remember the story, but he mentioned that there are a lot of hymns that Mataele wrote, and I think Inoke that were misattributed.
Oh wow.
Mataele wrote the composer song Egi Koe Maukore. And Inoke wrote that Hiva Tohi Hoko song. I got Tavatolo no.
Ko ia, ko na eke weki ate mea ko ia Luisa, ai foi hiva toi hoho ko no hinga he talamai ko a koe whau ia Atonio, ka na wilo I koe whau e Inoke, but somebody claim o nau talamai koe whau a Atonio.
Whau ia Inoke koe whau ia.
Ko wha Inoke mami, ko fo hiva kona tawau tolo no, o koe ko hiva he himi, ko fo hiva pēna whau Inoke, o koe fo hiva ko himi to hoko o I he in the actual new hymn book, ko fo himi na whau Inoke.
Ko hea hingoa
Tohi hoko.
Fo himi to hoko.
Hiva I mange na
Tau tokanga te toi hoko.
Ke mo tokanga mua. Ke toi hoko.
Yeah.
Ke mo tokanga mua ki he toi hoko. That song.
Ko wheka hiwa Atonio. Ko Atonio. Okay. Let me see. Hello? Hello? Kita mati e.
Somebody have a question?
Ole angi ko Ani.
Hi Ani.
Okay, ko haka hiwa Atonio. Ko hiwa ko ke tau tokanga mu aki he toi hoko ko hiwa ya Atonio. Ko tahabau tolo onore ko hiwa ya Inoke. There's two. Ka ko hiwa ko yeah, ka ko yeah.
I'm looking at the hymn Ke Tau Tokanga Mua. It says Whakarea Mutunga Whasi Inoke Mataele.
Oh, okay. So
that's why I was asking.
Ko himi na whau Inoke himi toi hoko. Ko hiva ko tawau. I mean, it didn't make it to the hymn book. Ka fo himpe
Okay.
tau hiva. Ka ko fo himpe tau
Oh, okay.
Tuli that ko fo se Inoke.
Okay, we got it. Highlight. Okay, ayakoya. Okay, just wanted to see. Ayako for hiva taha. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Ani Ofatu.
Oh, and another thing, ekatange ke Luisa, hanga te au ko kumau nei ave lolo he ai tanu pe mo mataele tutul pe tau, right?
Ko ia na tanu tutu pe tau ko me ia.
Ia nei ave ki fo ui.
Ko ia.
Okay.
Pe tau.
Io. Na e whai pia maile, na e hapo pia maile ma mei la tai pa patak whaere ki fo ui.
Ko ia.
Ko ia met ko morning.
Any other questions?
Yes, I have many questions. Can you ask a question?
We can't hear you, Inga.
Oh, hold on.
Mo whanonga mai.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hi, Auntie Luisa. It's me, Inga. Ko iloi penai. Na ko whanonga ko sepi na pusiaki ia he family kehe.
Ko ia.
Ka taimi whea na pusiaki a sepi po habe na pusiaki a sepi he family goia. And when did she come back to you guys?
Na mau aru koe ki hapai o whai pekau ai pe whaele I le wa sepi ai. Ai mo mahanga ai. Pe hanga le wa he kau me ai o tauhi a sepi kai mai a line ia ka mautolu. Pe a kumena tauhi ai hapai. Pe alahi a ke pe a sepi a pe hau ka mautolu pe hau ai pe ia. Pe hau pe ia mo pa.
Yeah.
From what I heard, how ki Tonga o ako I ki Bula. I think she was about mahakon tau taha wha taha ua ia. O ne hau ki Tonga ke ako ko Bula pa ko taime na hanga Inoke toka ave bi ai ko ko. O na feo me family Tonga. Ka ko family ko ne Mariko Pepe, o le Mariko Pepe Ameria mo me. Ko family na na hanga pusaki ko sepi.
She said the Noke came, they didn't realize, she didn't recognize her dad. That's what.
But tako tawa tano mai mami na hau ki Tonga na ki na iloia ko toa ke na ila Inoke mo katoa family. Na tok maheni pe fok mai ki Tonga. Ela ave pe fok ke pe ke sisi au pito.
Thank you, Inga. Wepi.
I have another question. Luisa.
Yeah.
You know, I spend a lot of time with my mom. So, ko mana tu I le leipe ne whakamatala mai ka te au. O kau ke ne kui, kau ko mo kui ka grandpa Mataele. Na ne tala mai ia ka te au. Na ia fui taimia, na mawahe a grandpa im he siasi. Pe au le vai a tu o malanga he hala tau whaahau, o tala noa ko vi I ake siasi the whole time. O kia hao manatu ke mea ko ia, because I have another story after that. Ka ko eke tupe kia hao manatu ke mea na tala mahi whae o kau ke ko mokui. And the alo tu ko hala tau whaahau everywhere. Hanga uki e kakai ke na whaliria siasi. Pe hanga le vai uki e kakai ke ane ki siasi a ana.
Pa mo ni na whanua o ia ai. Ia mea ko ia. Kana kai ke toi fu toi ilo e au ko ha mena I hoko. Ka mo ni fai matala ko ina.
What's the other story, Inga?
Yeah, what if a story at Taha, Inga?
No, I think
Nalo tongalo ngala Mataele.
Yeah. I just want to share a me na talamahik fa ka ke hinga ke mo fanong kia. Tai mi ko na Hawaii ki American he tahiva ni me ni mamuk tamai ke fa ma he tempale Idaho. Na tu hake tamai o fa ene olea or introduce themselves. Pene talage ko na mai me ki feitu ko Tonga. Peko ene introduce fa pa ko tangi ko fa ku ha ya me kone maiden name ko ha ko Mataele. Pene ki siana vai i he tempale he akoya. Pene ha o whawheloaki o pene talangi. Ko last name ko Mataele, patang he whae iyo, but ne talangi. Ko ha ho relationship ki tangata eki ko so saia Mataele. Man tu ka taiba ni me ni man, tangale he whae, ko kuia, ko tamai ku tamai. Pea hanga lewa he siana talangi ki ai. Nau kau au, he kau ngā whewhekau, waki ngā whewhekau, nai o atu ki Tonga he taimi ko ia, he mea. Hei kai ke ngalo i au, ai ngā ue ho kui nai whai, ne whamatalai, e ne mea ko nai whai. Pa hanga lewa he whae, o ta ofi ate siana pa ne talangi ai. Ke ilo koa, ko kui a koe ne as mawahe me siasi. Os mawahe me siasi pa alio tu he halapule a ngā o kai la ke totaha kotoa ai kobe siasi mo mo whenga ina toki o te nau toi tu ke siasi. Pa ko lotonga koe he talamai whae ne whamatala koe ke siana. Pe hanga he tangata iki ko nio ta ofi whae pa ne talangi ai. O kai ke utoka ngau, pe na e mawahe o kui me siasi. Koe mea koe nau sio ki ai, he taimi na ngā whaiwhikau ai, ke lava hataha whai i Tonga. He mea. Na ko tui whakapapau au, na o si hanga pehe e kia, o mai ho kui, ke mamani e fo i taimi ko ia ko hinga, ke ni hanga whakawhaingo fuai, ai sas mamonga, ke tali i Tonga. Pea tatau e peo ho tala mai, pe na e mawahe ho kui me siasi, me alwha ngongo ko vi e siasi, ko ilo pau, he kai ke ngalo he tamai he mani, ai mea na e whai ho kui, ko ilo pau, Heavenly Father will have a place for him up there because of what he did to help with the church coming to Tonga. I just want to share that with you guys.
Love it. Love it, Inga.
Thank you for sharing, Inga.
You're welcome.
I
Still there. I have a question.
Can I say
Inga.
something?
Lavi.
Yes, I have a question.
Now you're on mute.
Can I ask my question first, please? Can you hear me? Yes.
I have a comment for Inga.
Yes.
Inga, when I was going to school in Idaho, I went to a school at Rick's College for 2 years. Now it's called BYU Idaho. I met a gentleman there. His name was, I believe his name was Elder Emil or something like that. But I don't know if it was the same gentleman or not. But this is in the early 80s, between 80 and 82 when I was there. But I met a gentleman there that he told me he's one of the guys that helped translate the Book of Mormon to Tongan. So there's not
Emil Dunn.
Huh?
Emil Dunn.
Yeah, so I don't remember because when I came across the gentleman, I was, so in most of the BYU, the church schools, you have to take a religion class. But it so happened that he came into our I forget if it was Book of Mormon or Old Testament. And then we were able to talk, and then he realized my last name was Mataele. And so I had a chance to talk with him after class. And so he wanted to know who my parents were. And so I explained the generations, and then he knew everybody. He knew even Mataele and stuff. So I don't know if that's the same gentleman or not, but I do remember, because there's not very many people in Idaho that know people in Tonga, but it could be the same gentleman. I'm not really sure, but he was much older. I do remember, but he's a retired professor there, but I didn't meet that gentleman. And I remember his name, I don't know if his first, his last name was Emil. And he talked a lot about Mataele and our ancestors from Tonga. I don't know. It could be him, could not be. But it was,
Thank you, SA.
way in the boonies in Idaho that
Yeah.
I met the guy.
Hey, SA,
Yes.
my mom wants to know who are your parents.
Tatu Mololo.
Now
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah. So I remember coming to you guys' place in Tonga when I came on my mission, and the parents brought me around because most of us were raised here in Hawaii. So when we left Tonga when I was 5 years old, and then returned to serve my mission when I was 19. So
Nice to meet you, SA.
nice to meet you.
Okay, let's
What do I say? To say. Lea mai Paulini.
Oh. This is for Wepi. Ko Wepi ko ana lea mane nai. Io ko ai pe ke I don't know whether I have the right, but I would say it anyway. Ko ki whamatawan ke hau ko a sepi ko e me hapai. Na hau ki wawa o ki he tunga ane o Alisi. He ko ofa fo ke whae a Alisi na ko ia na ne pusi aki ko e a sepi. Pa hau ia ki wawa o whanongo ai. Ko hono mehi ki tā ngā o kui nei afu. He nai no whe ki wheitu e ta. O whare pēta, I'm only saying this, but this is what my mom told me. He nā wili aho nāu he taim ko ia. O whare pē nā toria ku e whine e kia tau mā sepi. Pā ko tā mai tutoni mai e whine e koe me hapa ia ofa. Ke tā re la ki whakawhoke a ngā sepi ko hono san ko manatau. Pea io, ka koe toe manatu I hak fo e whine e ki ko hono nephew o nei tamai a whini whonua. Patarangi rewa e ofa. Tuai pēha ke si alo o whai a pui a whine. Ka pau kono mehiki tā ngā mai e whawhoki mai pēia. But anyway, nā tarate sep na si alu ki piula. Nā e wahau ai pēia no whaongo mātua. Pea tala mai lewa, hanga lewa he ongo mātua a we au ki rea hona. Pea awe a sepi ki piula. Ko hi na tange mam ke ai peke mau whakataha ki rea hona. Ka pau whanki umu ange mei pēa ku ofi ko hi ke ma e. Ka whi alu pēa sepi a ki piula. But this is a hearsay. O kai kwambea ko I loi pau. Ka neta alata he tuku e ako ta mai he mam na e whaele Simoko. You all know who Simoko is. Hey. O tisi ia tupo Mohamed. Ko whimau e Simoko ke si arangi na tamai se pia ospeta e taha tamai ke ke toi whiwhoki ki whegwa. Ki he ako. E no foia. Pa koe koreanga a Simoko. Ke o mai a sepi na whaele. And that's how she got to Tonga. I go, to make the story short, I think she got married there. He time ko na ya Simoko. But togi pa alwatia ka ko e Luis.
Probably left already.
And this is another story that I want to.
9 o'clock.
E wepi na ke whanongo mai.
Io, kumoni o do ta no ko to pese.
Nagai ko ila foi kon ko Tonga ko apeku o tamai mam o loto mama hi pegi la po e ha ka tamai ko sepe ko alu na alu ki Tonga Simoko pa ko whanongo at ka o kumari. And then she said ka kumari pe ko familia o ku pe mo Simoko yo te naisa. Eh. Pa arat ko e lu ko ka moto lu. Eh. I just want to, make that clear to you. And ko foi to ki me an ka Inga. Inga, I respect what your mom told you. Ako au mahal ko au pe pangamokopuna na si tupa ke apere koula. You know, ka koe mo onik na ia ki siaso matae na ui ko tahina sayone.
Sayone, koi.
Ka koe lahi ia ko mautolu pe ia apere koula. Na ia siana Luisa, you might remember him. Ko tati ni feao. Do you remember that? Okay, bana. Na now no na tori ko motua. Pa koe whanau pe koe a sātini na o mai. He nai whai pe ki lo tui a pele koura pe every morning. And sometime in the evening, but mostly in the morning. Pa koe, o a koe ai mautole, he tangata e ki lau tohi tapu. And we have to recite the 12 apostles in Tongan. Ko mātiu ma ake luke sionim. Ka koe mo la viri mo Uncle Vic. Ko au koe ko mo ona si aro na ke ra ke au koe mahal ki muia. This happened when I was 7 years old. Pa koe malanga na ko ni fono nga pe a pele ko the how it anta e ki o malanga. Ko ne malanga pa u ya le mauto fra mo oni me ko he to hitapu. Kana not once na fanongo. Na ne hanga tu kilaro asiasi o whanongo ko me penda ilo I ko ta no pe he to hitapu mon. Maybe he did, but you know, okay ke o kai ki aha ki manat ki ai ka ko manatu pe ne fa ko ne fa malanga pe kaila mai Vic Lavi Vicky Pauline mo mai ki hen pagkatay mendi ko ay nga fo ives he to hitapu ko mau o si mau rota fo pepe mai lau mai to ya fakaha pe ka ko inga ko ia pena mau I'm not going to say
Thank you, Auntie.
o ki ha ho ta no ho fai e ko me forgeni when I was 7. This is yeah.
These are the auntie. Yeah.
Go ia paper.
It's nice to hear everybody's opinion.
Don't forget I was 7 at the time.
Okay,
And I was a little busy body. Now hangi ko la linda ke futokan ke kakuana fakatokan.
You're on. Oh, what Pauline?
I want to talk.
Auntie Pauline.
Hello, Tarsia de Luisa.
You better read her and your own time
Luisa.
so you can catch up.
Pauline Ofatu.
Oko ofa lahiat ofa tu epi ofa ka koelo e ko si ofa mai pe o mai ai bala e fa na u bokulat ki Tonga o ko faiteri ha pe ta mai ke faiteri ha fa ko si ko fa na ko na ita mai he gure atu ta mai lahi at the time. I do want to say something to my cousin.
Pauline. Okay, kau pa ai sias ko ya Mataele.
I'm still because I'm a Czech woman. Ako manatu ipena e time de tahanda e. Oh, I'll leave it to my turn because I'll have a turn. Yeah. I'll have a 2 weeks time.
I can't wait for your turn.
Yeah, I'll wait for my turn.
Thank you, family.
Yeah.
Ofa tu Pauline.
Hi, sorry everyone, I left for a second. Did we talk, Luisa, did you share the story about how you and your husband met?
My wife is meet mo for 1 week.
Nama te tauraki mo ku mali I he ki hula I la tai. Pea kone mea na e o hao eva mai a kau ko kofsisi na hao mo ia. Pea koe taimi koe na e hao ai ke au. Pea ilo he kau mea ai eva ma uriti ka au pea pe mai rewa ai family. Luisa, ko ai ke mari mo urite o hala ha api, hala ha mea haumiha ano, hala atata. Te mo no foi poe. Pea ko kutari ki ai na talange. Te ngau hi e poe, ke hoko ia ko konga he vani. Pea whainga pea ke tui ki ai, pea ngau ki ai, kātaki e mea kotoa pē, pea na e hoko pēia o mawai fu whanau, e toko taha, whanga moko puna uruaki e toko nonoa, moko puna ua e toko toru ua. Pea koe koloa mahu inga ia ko mahu he taimini ko hoku hako. Ko ia ko whamalo atu ko mupol kalama, ono whakamafola atu te ki family vai. O whalahi atu ka mōtoro.
Ai wahe ki he mea wena ke whai whakawike ki mua pa ke mari. O ke whai po au ke taimini.
Iyo. Ko mea na ku whai he taimi ko ai hoku e ku ki whare kai. Pea ko ku mea ko ia te ngahi aku lu sipi e nima ngofuru pea no ngofuru. Pea ai pe fukulo pe taho haka mao pe ai. Moi mea kai. Haka mao pe osi pe tu whai o whakatau atu ke mau hau ki tola. He koa fo ke mau pe ki tola uni ma. Koe angai o haa mataele, koe kumi paanga mau pe, taimi ke taimi.
Ai whewhea hamoni te katoa pe. Ai whai hamoni te katoa pe. Every Monday, Mom. What do you do once a week? Even until now.
Oh, iyo. Koe moni te kotoa pe, ko hoku aho au kai ia. Pea o ko au kai, o au ke taimini. O ko ke au kai pe, o kore ke eiki, ke tapa ki o family, mo ki tau tolu katoa ke tau nofa merino ma whio fofani. Pea ko whaafofa ia he tau polokalama. Ko whakaafofa ia au pito he tau polokalama koe ni, he oku tau o ngoi whiofa aki ia tek tau tolu. Pea o tau ilo aho tau hako, pea oku i kai ke ha mea tene lava tau whiki tau tolu, i he tau tupulaki he ngongo lelei, mo i tau tui ki he ngongo lelei, mo i whae mea lelei ko toa pe ke kakai, ke tau whia ai. Hange ko kusio atu ke si fofongo arisi le ka, ma si, ko e mea mahu inga monika te au he mau e ki tā hono tunga ane. O tawa mai Luisa, ko ho ki tola e na ko uri atu ki ke si kumi ake hao ki mea. Tā e mea whongo whakalata mooni, ko e ongo i he whanau arisi, o ko kei mo ui, o nau si ofa mai ka te au. Ko e mea mau inga lahi au pito ka te au.
Te rapa o he wahi ki ho kukiri ahona?
Iyo, na ku hu kiri ahona foke o ako ai, pea ko ku hu atu pe, pea ave le vau ke whare kai, o ako i mai a tere talo. Pe taimi ko tere talo, hao pālangi, ka mosi mai a Luisa. Ta tali ho tere ka whahinuhino atu e tere koe ni. Pea tala mai koe tere koe a au, koe tere kakano ia. O ke mau i e koe ia, ai mea kai ai otua une o mai ke tau kai. O whia mau ke tere pehei, pa tere manifi lewa. Pea talu me ai family, moe i kai ke toi more haki mea ia a aku, oku mau, he mea kai, he ku iloi, ko ofa e o tuaku ne o mai, ha whainga mea pe ku te mau, te whakawhetai wha malo ke o tua, pea na hoko ai pe au koe pure kuki ria hona, toka ngai mea kai a ria hona tamai whewhine, te toka ngai me whana o wako tangata. Pea ko oku mea ia nai whai, i e ku huki ria hona. O hako ai pe au i ria hona, o whie maare pea ko ku mea ko whie ai, i loi, ai fo i mooni mea ko ia koe, mea koe whakapoto. Ha mea pe ku te mau whapoto, He ko mea na whaka mai o tuaka ki tau tō.
All right, thanks, Mom. Okay, Inga, you have a question?
Luisa, ko au Inga again. Ko whanong ho whamatala na ke pehe na monga whewhkau pa mō mā nofo I fo ui a me mololo. Pea osko ia pa mō hiki lewa ko mō api uta o nofo ai. Ko whē taimi na e nofo ai na hiki mai ai a grandpa Inoke o nofo I kolomotua. Tala mai he toko taha ka te au, ko grandpa Inoke na nau nofo pehe wheitu he api o wahai. I kapeta, something like that. Ko taimi whē ia, he kuhinga tala mai he toko taha ko toa, teki mahana teki ke whaere au ia he taimi ko ia tala mai ko ene tae piano he sāpate ko toa I latai ho tau whale lotu. Ko e whakalata. Pako taimi ko kutai ko e grandpa Inoke ko ai piano. Loto ko lewa me Mataele he tawa aki he siat ko kuta ko Inoke ko he piano he mea. Pako kuhinga ko eke. Ko taimi whē na no whai a grandpa Inoke I kolombotu a mo I kau waha I taimi ko na alwai ke kuhinga na ke asi ho whamatala.
Ka taimi na whoki mai meni ngā whawhaiwhekau. He na e haan pe whoki a whaiwhekau pe toi ui o toi alo ngā whaiwhekau. Ka koe taimi ko ia ko mana tui pe e au a taimi ko ia.
Ia.
Ko mana tui pe a taimi ko ia, mo ne tā piano, mo mau alu koe o lotu I latai. Mana tui au pito pe e au.
I have a
question.
question.
Api o wahai.
Ape o wahai mui.
I mui.
Ko ia.
Ai ko me kitanga ia wepi na nau no whai mono mali. Ko hai ia wepi.
Ai?
Abai ata mo kai male vai ata.
Ia wai api o waho nau api o I kapeta.
Ko ia, ko api ia. Na tupu mo wai
No, mo na mauto hau mauto ia he tunga fulu tupu ko tiana.
Hai tiana ia.
He ki whare o lu isa mo uriti na e toho ange na mari mahalo no fe kapenta pa toho mai ki whare o no whatu fui mo Inoke o mau no foai I mea. Temgo ne mawai mau mātua pa mawa o no foai. Ko kamata ko a havelu na mawako I havelu. He fofotu ko havelu. Porque taimi a koe na mau whalawa e koe tohi tapu, mo tohi, o se tae taha, o se tohi e wha. Tō ka te inu ngā fuakawa, tohi moromona, pia mo e...
Oh, is heaven fixed yet?
Whakafo. Na mau lau ia o se tau ko toa pe, na mau, pako mau lau he fiafi ko toa pe, aia ko au, susi, mo sese, mo lavi ko pusiaki a mea. Ko pusiaki a... Te pusiaki a tu fui moru isa. Pako taima na mau whaalo e koe ki marketi, whetongtonga no awe ki marketi. Pako taima na mau whaao ata koe ki, hena ko sāpate ko toa nei au kaya Inoke mo tu fui. Now, me and my sister fast every Wednesday. Ko mea ko tape na usio na whahe ki kui, o ko me loto ke whai. Last year na ulawe tohi moromo na 3 times to whakamotua, to ua, no to taha, for to taha, to atin for about to ua. That's what I did last year, and I brought myself. I'm happy. I did one, and I take lava lao to here fa o se ta ma Inoke. So pako au kai ko ni ko fa mo ni na au kai be ma to ri time ko mo fa mea au kai loi pe ko ma bo lo tu ma o sia ko lo ma wo ho fa api o kai o tak motor era go motor kaya ke ka me poki api mo vete au kai because we fast Sunday au kai he sa pate ko to ape and then now I'm 63 I want to do what my grandpa do fa mo oni ke mo oni fai to ton ngai ba ha mo fulu pa na kai ko ma o mi se ko ki ma tu ko ma tu fa pe aku kana wako ai mo ono na wako na maulau no e matona e ka me ma e au maulau e tohi ko lau pe ia ki fanonga Inoke na maulau e tak bahe ni ma tak bahe fi na mau to ko lai he ao he fiafi Paka mea ka pakautoki iloi, upake te lau ita vahe lahi ka te lawa i kunai, hika te lau ita vahe taha. Moane upake te lau pa te whakalau lau loto ke maho inga te lau, ka maho inga, I'm happy that I'm ko tupu mai he ki ta whako Inoke, because nau kai rele anga he kunofu ya Inoke, he kunofu ta mai mu whae. He na mau kai mai pong ko toa pepa, it was so funny. Na pene mau, ai mau toi mau kui. Ko ia ko pong ta pe ma ta foi imagen de nima pa pa que to fi au e file ta ko e ma tau to ko e foi ma pa ka me pata pa ko ka que au que to fe me pata si me pata ko sa ia pe ko sa ma pe que to fe foi ma e ka que sa ia to fe ma e file ta que he ia pa te ma ki ta me asisi he ka te tofi fa le he ka te ma ko asisi. So o ko fa sai ma pe ke to fin pata o te to fin ma na mai me pa na saya fa fa mo sese ko mo sese ma pe ma fa me ma pa también fa baba mo sese ke alu pa ke mo sese ka mi a te ne ma so pa ko tengo na ma no foi claro fu mango pa ko tengo to ai mango he mau me a fa ngare ya ma to lu ma roto pa puna ma fi ai ke le po hai mai foi mango mi tua ko ta fa ke ma kui ma o mama pe ko hele ha me tolongi ma tolongi ke mata pa o tala mai pe ka ke ma mana wa he ka siova ita ko hele ke foi mango ka tu ko lotu na ma wa ko le vai o ka ke ha me ma inga ko mana wa he ka siova ne ka ne o ne o fa ma tolu na ma fananga ma fifia ne fananga po to pa na ma iro na o fa ma tolu kana tai mi ko ma le ke mango pe te ma ki kata pe me ha tai o kune whapapau i o kai kia me pe ko o tau puno o lotu ki he o tua so o kai kia me mau ka ko me ko na wako me kukui o koko ke re son ke kumu ui but I think I've been blessed o ko tu o kwa ta puaki he kuinga ke mu time lahe mo yo ko struggle but ako foki mau pe ke manat ke mena fai kui but I've been blessed na ta na hanga e tu po o ya ko fa o ta o I don't know I don't remember but his name and I lo tonga ko masiva ko fa ta wa pia we by myself ko ta ni men ko no furu tupu me mama fa api ko ki la ko fa ta wa and then maybe that my last house I will buy ka ko but I think ko yang ale ko ta po so ya na ko take too much ka ko ke tapu aki lahi e mau si hoko, e mau tupu aki ai. Pea koe tala noa ia ku lau kau ake ku mo ui, ai tala noa whae lu isa. Na nau aru ko ngai whewhekau i wawau, na ngangana mei mui pa whakana o tamai ki o tuwhi mai, hakai mei mui, whawhau e mei, patangen tau hana tamai, mo kai he te mo mui he mei. So, sorry at kapako ki maa whane hurea, but I do love my grandpa. I love you, Luisa. I do love Luisa. Maui Amerikani o kai he meri e fonuani ko fa amo e mau kui ko nga ko fe fine ko ni ka pa ne ka fe fine ko ni ma fa au fati tonga pro fe cham fe tu mo me kana ilo e fe fine ko ni fa amo e mau kui pa na to konyo o mai ko to Luisa I do love you I owe you everything I have me ko to pe ko ma o ko mo wa o ko me ya me without you ko me na ka ke me ma me ko ya. So I do love you. Go off like at the goy. Matapeki lea.
Diana.
Okay, can I ask my question, Mom? Can you please share the stories of Inoke time na tau no fai Santa Ana about how he hates being late and his faith and all that, and also Aya first, and then I have another question.
Kathleen, give it to me.
Iyo, kung mana tu te au, ko mea whehia e tangatai koe ni ke mautou mui ke lotu pau, ke ta utu ia, i he hawhe o ua ki mua, i he whare lotu, ke oa pena tō mui hata. E koe mea ne tawa mai. Ka pau te ke tō mui, ka mea kai, he kai te ke mau hao mea kai. O kwange to pe ia koe hanga o tua, o O mai e whorowhoraga ki tau tolu ke tau lau, ke tau mo ui ai, pera pai ke tau tokanga ke tau lau. E mole ngai tapu ake ko ia me te tau tolu. A koe tangata e iki nai tokanga mau pe ke lau e whorowhora, mo whakamahi no i pe o ku te lava o mui ki ai, pea te tui ki ai, pea te whai ki ai. Pea koe mea ko pau pe ke te monu ia i ngai tapu ake ko toa pe o ku te hanga, o hanga he o tua o mai ka te tau tolu. He ofa ta tau pe o tua ke ene whanau ke ki tau tolu katoa. Ofa ta tau pe ke tau tolu. Ka ko tau tolu pe, ka tau ka whairele, te tau mao katoa ngai tau paki, paka e kai ke tau whairele, e mao e konga, peri ake konga. Ko ia o ko ofa rahi atu ke ngai fofonga i wha e ko toa pe o ko sima mata atu ki ai.
I wanted to add something when mom is done.
I think she's done.
Okay, I wanted to add on Inoke, even though he was blind, because he wanted to be early, if nobody took him in a vehicle, he would walk all the way from Cedar Street to Bristol Building, which was about maybe Weppy, about 5 miles or more. Hey, Weppy?
About 4 or 5.
Yeah, so he would walk the distance hours before church so that he will be at church about an hour before it actually started. And then also I wanted to share about Inoke, even though he didn't go to school and was blind, but one of the things that he was able to do, if you walked into the room and you told him, I was born September 4th, 1951, within a minute, he will tell you the exact day you were born, if it was a Monday to a Sunday. So that was a gift, and I don't know where he learned it, but he had that gift. But to finalize, I wanted to ask Mom a question. Nowadays, everybody come from Uata to bring stuff to sell in Kolo. But I kind of heard that it was the Mataele family that started it's just a question. Or were we just part of it? Now everybody does it. But back then, I think clarify or even Auntie Carlo.
Ko moni a koe tangata eiki foki koe tangata eiki business. Pea koe mea ko toa pe o whai o ku nehori ke whakatau ke mauha se niti. Pea koe tangata eiki tui lahi a Inoke. He ka ne whai a mea koe whai pe koe mea ne whi mau whai ki ho le leitaha. Pea hanga o tua tapu e kina koe. Ka pau te ke whai whaka momoanima, he kai te ke mau e koe ha tapu ake. Koe mea mau inga ia nai whakatohe e tangata eiki ki o mau loto oua nā mō whai ha mea o whai whakakonga pe whai whakamomoanima. Koe whai mea ko tō whai ako le leitaha. Pe hanga he tua whakaawa matapālangi, hua i whangai tapu aki kia teki mō tolu he kai kia ha potu whahau ki ai.
Is that it, Lana?
Maybe Auntie Carlo might know.
Oh, is she on?
Yeah. She's muted. Auntie, you're muted.
Where's
You're
Carlos?
muted, Auntie.
Where's Carlos?
Carlos, you need to come unmute her. She's still muted. Auntie, there should be like a red thing. You need to click on it. There's like a red, you'll see something in red. It looks like a microphone.
The bottom.
I think the host can unmute her.
I can't unmute her. It doesn't let me. I can only mute. I can't unmute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear you now.
Ko ia ko ku ilo ki ai E tupu hake ko tangata e ki, na ne whe tuku mai e nuku alo whaia he me ake. O sia mahara ka kai ke mea ko ia, o nā wārea reo mai tangata e ki, na i nuku alo wha pe whaka ha me ti ia, o lere pisis ko iai. Ka nai hao tangata e ki me mo ni te ki he stoko naki. O ne whangai au me whakatau ko toko toa u kato ufi mo ha me a kai me uta. O ma o katoa e ia pato ki no foia o toi whakatau at ma o wholesale e ia. Ka koe to onga pe e hako e mataere. Hako mataere whahinga mea pe ke maa se niti te nau au na toki ai. Ka ko whamo oni a mea ko ia koe mo oni au pitoia na e hau tātai ki nuku alopa he me mo ni te ke toko naki. Pana e tai mena mui mai ai hao sio ke ne mea kou whai. Ko pako ilo e kakai ko tope me utai ai fe tu te nau pe elo ke ai me tanga mo lolo. Ko nau mai pe o mai nau kato alate nau se niti te ha lolo hiki ki o lunga ke tunga to tonu ko ke maoi e mea. Ka koe ta o fiha ne whai mea ko ia. A o ke ne alu ki physical ni we fo no ke whakatau handicraft. Ko kua me mea ko ia me iai. Ka koe hako mataere ia, ka peke hatahe hako mataere e nofo noa. O ku mei whakaukau pe hako mataere ha mea ke maa ha mo ui. E koe mea e tau kui, na ne whai inuku alofa. Koe whainga ke... Mo toko ni whanonga koe he mea kotoa pe koe hau e ne ngai whatunga tu penu kotoa pe mei whei mamani. Ura ki alu pe ka kuin salote. Alu ki ai u whatunga ke ne... Koe polo I mo eia.
I heard that story too, Auntie.
Ko ia. Pako tangata eiki very humble a mataere. Ko whalata au ki hano api, o ku tuku kotoa pene mea kai ana he whariki. O ku teke atu e ho mai e, o koe ke tangutu hasea. Tangutu pe whariki, ala pe ke kulo, ene mea kai me mea kotoa. Ka koe mea koe futohi. Hike ka kai mo ua koe ki ai. Kai ke hano tātau me osko toa Tonga. E nā maa whaka mo ua he tangata eiki. Ka ko whakatumu he kei mao he tangata eiki haiwi he whaka mo ua lahi pe e kakai. Kana e po matua ki, you know, he was a businessman. Mataele was a really businessman and he knows what he did. And he was so friendly to everyone when it come to business. He was pagola. Tokolahi ai hako kono mataere na hoko atu mea ko ia. Ka ko tui pia ia ko tapua ki o tau tolu mi tangata eiki e mataere. Ene ofa ke kakai ko toa pe everyone follow from him and he gave to everyone. And I think we all learned that we all love everybody. We try to help each other. Pako mea ia o ko fu hankola alu isana hikma ki fo ui. Na maanga mea mau whaeta ta mai tahi mau tōma whanau Inoke. I he mea kotai mau tupu hake ko whiwhine ngari reila he mau whae. Nei mau iai mo lolo hea. Tai mi koe na nao ngena mau I fo ui mo lolo hea. Pea araka ere noa, pusaki ma ere noa. Ha mo vaiola. Ha mo tama ko sāteki. Ko ngā koe mawhileo ia mo sāteki. Kana e lahi e nau, e ngo mātua e na ofa ki he whanau kua Inoke. Ka mau whae ko whiwhine ngari reila. Nei kai ke hanga ia treat alu isa mo nau tolu hato e kehe mea mauto. Everything was just the same. Ka koe mea ia koe mō lau koe ki he foi. Mea kai koe hau koe me uta. Ko mo oni au pito ia. O kuanga tangata I kia o whatau I pa koe wheitu koe nei aha me teo ne whatau ko toa atu ia nei aha no whare o nai e nei whaia nei lere ane pisinisi. Aha me ti. Koe hako e mataere koe ka tatau. Te whine mo tangata. O kai ke pehe ke toi pehe ko hau hai. Tau kotoa pe. Everybody. Ko malo nia mo ni business ana hen. Ko haka puteni. Haka keke. Koe hako e mataere kai pe ke mea hifu ki nau tolu e whahinga mea. O nau. Iai pe ki mea e una whakaka na toki mau e hamo ui. Pa ko fia lahe e ksio ki ai. E ksio ke ka nau tolu una whai ngau e ko ia. Ko o whalahi ka mo tolu katoa. O whalahat ka Luisa se o poponga, mo whanau, ko lavie, ko asimai, ko mo naite si, ko e ko whanau a sepi, whanau a arisi, ko ki whanau ni alatu, ko sa ka mautou whanau ato wa mo peni, e ka hanta tau e mau fu maheni mo pen mo to wa o na lata mena ka te isa. Na e ai pe feito ke na la pena o no foi ka na lata pena ka te isa. I loko te isa fo gia o yes, pe mi pongponga ke po uri. Peka mena mau fu maheni lahi apu yamu tō wā mo pen mo whānau. Koe nā lata mai pānau o mai o no whea te isa. E nā mai ki Hawaii ini. Ka kou o whalahi atu kia mou tolu kātoa, everyone. O kou o mea whakalata e tau mea kono whai. Or we do weekly. O kou sa'i awai. Sa'i awai ke tau. Toi maheni lahi mo tō tūpū. O kou kore mau peke e ki whakamou i wholo au. Ko hinga ko sio atu. Ke whanga niece, my nephew, my cousins, mo tolu katoa. Ke mo hoko atu. Mo ngai whanau e mea kono whai mau tolu cousins. Ke oa pehe ko mau puri mau tolu pa mkai ke mo whete toi whe ilo ngaki. Ko whakaampe au ke mo whanga moko puna, ke mo lahi hake o mui ke footstep e mea kono whai kono e mau tolu taimini u cousins, my nieces, my nephew. Ke tau whe o whaaki. Na kei ke ngalo i hek mo ui aku e mea ko ia. Pa kou whakaamau ke hoko atu pia o ke ngata anga. Ko whakaamau ke tau kuia mataere. Ke iaha no hako e hau ke whanua tala ofa. Pa koinu ko hake ai whangapopuna mataere i American, whanua tala ofa. Pa koinu ha ne fia atu anai whetu o kui ai. E ne sio mai ko tau hake i he state kotoa, meme state kotoa pe utau iai. Pa koe i tau maa no whakapiko utau ngā ue. Tau tolu kātoa utau ngā ue, pa tau whi ofa aki, tau ofa kia hai, kau kakanta tau. Mau no whako ni mau ofa lahi au pitu atu ka ngō tolu kātoa pe. Malo.
Any other questions for Louisa?
Can I just say something to Luisa? Luisa, ke foi hafa ofa ko to ko autori kasi o ku ata fa papa ka kalo mo antitesa mo fanga fa e ko to heni ko mo oni la he lawa kalo e fe ofa aki mo fe to kon aki a family ka ko fe atu hena fa malo ke te ko Luisa talo tu tau tu e ku tupu ake Tonga mo mana tu i koe o ke tokoni mai peko he mea kotoa pe. All the time. If I have that wake a birthday, but ha mea aku ho mau ki family wo pau pe ke si hapai ange pe ha mea ke tokoni. Pea ko whanong he poni ho tokoni na whai ki he katoa ho whanga te hina ho whanga sisters mo family whana Inoke. Ko unganga mo e ofa tatau pe whai e kalo mo te isa mo whanga whae. Ata whanga malohin kia te ko e kei pe ke ngalo a ho ngai ofa pa ko fia he whanongo ki ho o because o koe lahi ha taimia ko whanongo ai kia te koe o ke whai ha whamatala pa ko fia ko hiko po ke pōni mo po kalama koen fotutu e hola mo Luisa ke whai ha whamatala. Pa ko hounga ia ke te au, pa ko mauha o whalahi kia te koe. Pe he whoki ki a kalo, mo te isa, mo whanga wha e ko toa pe, mo whanga tamai koe ki te sio ka taha hen ka ko hange ko atu mo. Neongo pe grandma ki sisi ko kau pe he whanga wha e. Pa malo, ka ko fiat wha malo ka te koe Luisa, ko uhinga he ko na wanga pea talo tupu, ho hapai ange pe ho fiat ho tokoni all the time. Pea, na aku kawa he whahinga na usa ia he ala tokai meat pie ko ho wharekai. Na ifo ia. Koia pe, thank you for tonight, Luisa.
Thank you.
Oh, Vatorika.
Vatorika.
Me too. I gave ki huat moa ko I pick to add on to my sister. Ko fe mau pe ke talat ka Auntie Luisa ko ofat ka koe. Mo hongat hitokon ko tapen e fai mai ko mau ki family e taimi ko he pe ke ngalo ia. Wa o pe ke taim na puke mau fae. Ne ngo ho pisi You always find time to come and visit her. Knowing you love us unconditionally. Pag femau pe kita atu kong ay kamau tol pag mau offer ay hat ka ko. Koya pe.
Hello,
Inga.
Inga.
I kauno atu ko famalo ke ka fae ko famalo pito kia e te kalo. Ko ilo ko sapate a honi ka ke fulahe hatau tano ke hembe business. Ako he fatongia ko ke tokon ke family. Ko de was to lahe family uno na si me maheni mo au. O ko lotonga supply atu ai lu ke ngai. Fitu ke he states. He kwa lahe ngai fama mo pere o ko hanga tu fatu ki Hawaii. Ka tu mai ngai state ke he American. O ki moto family o mo femau hatokoni ke agate pere mo lu. Mo fitu tang me pe anti teisa. You know, desa ko kato be hau me state ke apo desa. O malanga ia desa e gulu. Ko tugat ka moto family na ebe etike ala he Facebook ka ngau tolu fe mau lu te lava sapaya tu fitu fenga fitu be states mo fitu tak me be ka desa ka bo mo fe mau tokoni you sapaya da lu ka mo toko ka fitu no business ko sapate na hon ko lava tokoni atu ko lahe mau uta tu ki na lahe ngai pa puna e lain ke la atu ai me tokoni na tau de fitu lu be mo pere malo.
Thank you, SA.
That's Mataele right there. Has to be a plug in there.
Can I say something? Hi Lu, tavo abito Lu. Na ko fakau pe. Na fai mau tano ma tanga tai kita ko ne tano o kau ki Mataele. Ako no fo e ba o fa no ke tano ha o ki tau honga ia. E ngau na fai tanga tai ki. Te no mo na kai ke malo he tanga tai ki sia si. Kalau tano e tanga tai ko ni na ne be ka pa na kai Mataele ia kai ke lava sia sia tu to. Kena tu mari ang Mataele ia e tu I mo ka kai ko toto la. Mas na teo hipe e whanau Mataele me whanau atu. Pako uhinga pe mea na lava tu siasi. Wano na tokto no ki mui mo mea. Ka kusio ke ngai tāpaki o tau tāpaki na koto ai he bāwa e tau no fō. O hau e a kalo, o hau e a Luisa e a bōtoro katoa. Ka ku lahi he taimi ngai o ki tahonga ia tangata iko ini. Koe hau a ngai tāpaki kotoa o tau mau ko ini koe hau me tangata iko ini. Aku tau whiawhia kotoa I pe he taimi lahi he tau no fō. Ka kusio hanga he tau mea tau katai. Mo mea o kau ke tangata iki ka o whiawhia he ngai ngāwe kotoa pe o tau whaipa o whaka motor katoa ngai whetu kona ue ai. Ko ia pe maro.
Hello, Epi.
Thank you, Epi.
Any other questions? Anything else you want to share, Mom? Anything else you want to share?
Oh, ko kuingoa ko alisi, ko ku fae ko alisi ko toko walu isa. Ko whakamalo ke tamai he wani. Ko hianga ko kau he toto e Mataele. Ko toto ko ia ko toto malohi. Ta tau pepe ko whewhi tu te ke he ai te ke mo uipe. Te ke mo uipe ko he atamai o e Mataele. Te ke o koau me kai ke ose ko high school. Kai ke ose haku ako pe haku meta. Ka ko hat le ipa ko si alpo whenga ke si mo ui. Ko whamalo he ni. Na ka wakalo he tokon ke whae. Mo teisa, mo toti. Pena mai whae e Luisa. Ma woma iai ki Amerikani. Kana ikaya e whewhine ko ni mo no hoa o whaanga. Ke o mai ai mautoro ke Amerikani. Ke mau mai o kai he meri e whonuani. Mo e mau kuia Inoke. Ko e tangata whakangalo ngata. Mau toki a uhi whako hino mo tua hi whoko pe mau ilo I e mau inga. A e mau kau ki he Mataele. But I'm proud that I am a Mataele. Ko are whetu ko toa pe. Ko tala pe ke kakai. Mo manatu mau pe ko au o ke hau toto ki he meto. O ko wanga le leipe. Wanga le leipe ka oa na mo hango ai maa ki mea. E ta Amerika te au. Ka ko ofa lahi atu en ke whanga wha e he ofa Mo ke ma wa mo ui. O faten ke mata. O lu isa ne ke ma wa mo ui ke le mai pe nge fa e. Te fa ka na wa nge pe na ke mo ui mai mau fa e. Ko to ta ko ni ko ene. Fie kai a fie inua ko mau talo e mau tupu ko ni mea pe tala ka mau tolu. Te alpe ka lu isa o kai a lu isa te alpe mo ui he. He ni mau te hina. Pea ko wha malo ai ko whine ko ni. Ko keisi ha ke na iloi peki ko whine ko ni nau. Si o pau ke anga ko e business e alu ko wha o mai lu isa ka te au ke ila pe ke mantu e lu isa ko ke vale vale. Ko mawat ki kolo o si o vainga. O mai e lu isa ki senite hongo fulu mahama ko pinat. Na alu po whenga ke pinati ke o mai ke lahi e ki se pinati i he panga e senite hongo fulu ko alo o mai aki. Pero fok mai pa eke mai lu isa katiao. Na ke anga fefe ho alo o mai pinat lahi ko ni ake senite hongo fulu. Ko tango atang e siana ke o mai ke lahi ko senite hongo fulu na fiu whengai ke ho mo mai makoe ke maka foi pinat ke ukai. Pia na kata le vai fae ko ni pa pe mai fae. Te ke fula he au te ke business pe ho ke Mataele. But I'm so proud that I'm a Mataele. I'm so proud of you, Carlo. You are a good leader. Even my auntie Luisa, she is a very good leader. Very humble. We cannot repay her back. Kana ika ia he mau ke si no fat pe tonga si fra o fai tonga. Ko ni mau hau ke fo nuan. Mau kai e meri e fo nuan. Mau kai e me more. Mau kai e fo askirin. Na e o mai e fefine ko ni mau tamai. Ki Amerikani ko mea na fra mai ken fra matai. Ko fo nga fa ngata. Hon o mai ni mau tamai kana e si e fa e ko ni mo. Fa ngato ko alu isa ke mau tangi he mau ofa ke mau tamai. Na fa fola o mai le mau tamai I he vaka. E ru isa fa fola o mai ki Hawaii. O mai ai o tok fenga I mai totimo. Mo te isa mo kalo no fa fola o mai mau tamai me Hawaii ki Amerikani. Ka mau tolu. Na mau fie lai pa ko. Mai ki whainga maari ko ni ke whakamaloat ne onko ki usiat ka te se ka koe kālo. Pea mau tolo mo si toko ni ke o mai mau tamai ki Amerikani. Ke mau si o mai ke mau no whakatahe whonuan. Ko maha o whalahian ke whanau alu isa. E nau toko ni ka te awe ngai mea kotoa peo ko si fie ma. Si whakatanget ki tonga o kuna wanga toko ni si whanau a arisi. Ko tau whamiri ko whamiri fe of ofan. Ko whamiri o iloha tau whamiri. Ha tau o peo pae ha feitu ko tau eka peo ya Mataele hena. Ko ne iyo mai peta ko e koia ko ki Mataele. Tau o ko vave taha ko family off. Mata off fie tokoni ni mahomo. Ka ko mo on lahe tau whenga pe ke mau pe tau ki senit. O te tau nofo noa ia. Tau sio pe ki mea ke tau business pe ke ai pe tau ki senit mo tau whanau. Ko ia pe ko ofa lai at ka te motor malo.
Ofatleka.
Ofatleka.
Ofatu.
I remember my grandpa Inoke, a neongo pene alo fra marketi, kana ne whekau mautoro mo sese mo susi, to ua he wike pake mau ki tahi, o maa mau kiki. Papalek ala mo sese o tau mātau, ka mau matoro whātoo. Pa mau matoro o fotu e tini, pero tipota, pa ave tini ia mo tipota, ka e toki airewa mau piwa, toki ai mai ke lai. Pa termini ko o se mau tini, mau ka asmai tina luisa, o mo ia whaikoe mau mea. So, neongo pena nau business, ne ki ako ipe mau toke mau ngau. Ke mau ka whatau ne marketi, pa mau tu whekato. Hau peka ka whatama mau tu whemai kato, o whekau ke mau toe hanga fifo o e kato ke si ki olunga. Mantu mau mea ka utai o mea utolu e mea. Alewa ua, ke ngā ki heka e kato ka runga ke ngā ke whatau atai mea. He always find kono mo ni na mo pia Inoke na ke hanga Inoke atoha ne fu akau pe mea kana fra market pia Inoke ya o mau mo ui au pito o mau fie mari pia mau ki mea. So hanga ko lau ko fa ako pe mau to ke ngau ko fine ko ani na no foi ani na ka ke o to le hana to tongi mau to sin teni ma ke fone foi hina to fika ke mama tu e ka hawa o te whakatau pe me ka hawa. Pa mea katoa pe ne maha se nika mātou papi ke mau ngawe. And then I think ko mea lele ke tau continue wai Amerikanian pa pe ke mau whaingofu e whanau e nau mo ui. Ha ko e pe ke ngawe. Amen.
Diana.
I wanted to share ayanga ko offer I family ha mataele, especially time na mauya ko Inoke. The family was so close knit. Family may Tonga, family go Hawaii, family go na Americani. Everywhere we were hemaukeiki, we knew Inga and them, the parents, we knew Lovely, we knew everyone because the Mataele family was now fair of Ofania. So I, like when I was young, now for Hawaii. And I lived with Kalani and Maui and Manui, and then I lived with Toti and her family. But Hawaii, they didn't count me as anyone different. I was one of the Mataele clan, and they all loved me. So I wanted to second what Leka was saying. I am going to feel funny. Toti, Koteisa, mo Kalo, mo Sepi, mo Sepi Hawaii. And all the cousins, they loved each other like they were sisters and brothers. So I hope that the next generation, that we continue to do that, not only at Tauwhanga but also at Tauwhanga Kui. Inoke Hameti, all of them loved each other so unconditionally. So even for next generation at Teisa, Mototi and everyone, and Mom and Sepi and them, they loved each other. Ka hoko he taimi koe he keisi, ka hoko me Hawaii e alwe whanga whae kia. Paka pau e hoko me e la e hawe whanga whae kia. Like Eleanor and them, so close knit he taimi koe. So I just want to share how it's so exciting to see if I offer my funny. And I just want to tell everyone I love you. I don't see Deisa, but I just want to let Deisa know I love her so much. Even Auntie Carlo and Toti and everyone. I love everyone. And whenever I'm with the Mataele clan, I feel at home. But just wanted to thank my mom for all she taught me, but especially especially with Inoke was faith, prayer, hard work, and honesty, and especially you fast and pay your tithing. Those were the things that Inoke taught all of us. And like Diana was sharing, I wasn't one of the ones that read the scriptures every day to him, but Susie and all of them, Laukau and Diana and them, and Inoke knew the scriptures from the beginning to the end memorized. So thankful to all my cousins for doing that chore. But and Inoke, best baker in the world, made the best bread. Him and Tufui. My Inoke and my mom continued that legacy, but
Hi, can I add to what Lavi was saying? Koe mea kono na lavi ka Lavi o mo oi lai. Kakapau te tau whakaukau ki ai na kamata pea me olunga. Koe tau kui na mari tolu. Te kei ke whanongo tō tahe tamai. O pehe kono half sister, half brother. No. Nā nau whia whawhani hangai pena nā tā koto peha ke te taha. Pako mea na kamata pe me olunga. Ko tui ko mea au te tonu ke tā wako me ai. Hangai ko mea la lavi ki ai. Never ke tau sioka hata. O kukehe. No. Te ke whanongo to. Tony and my dad were just like twins. Ko si moko e maunofo I kolo. I mean, ko hangai mena lavi ko me na kamata pe me olunga pag toton ke tawako pag toton ke tu whakaholo hi fo ia tau tolu. Na mari to tolu e tau kui but never at the time ke te whanongo ka nau tolu o pehe kono half sister e kono half brother e never. They were brothers and sisters. Pakototone ke anga tau no fo me la vi ke tau ako me pa tau hoko I fo ai. Ko tau sioki he ko tau toko o tau sioki he ko tau tunga ane ko tau whanau. But thank you, Larry, for mentioning that. Remind me ka te au e mea nau sio mata hok mata o ki ai. Never at any time ke te sio o kui ai pe wia hawhainga loto o e whanau koe ke whanau koe. Never. Na nau fe ofo o whani pa nau ngā ue whakata ko mea whe mau e o lea peki he o mai. Ko mea whe mau e he totaha koe o mai. So I think ko legacy legacy na tuku mai he tau whangata mai mo tau whangafae ke tau wako me iai pa tau hoko atu e family. Ko o whalahi atu ka mautolu no katoa. So thankful sia ke fofonga Luisa ne ke mai mo oilelei. Pagoi mene taha na taha na ai ka mo tau tuho ai ka taha. Ko sio whake foi taha ko se ko pa. My gosh, ko mo uia me mataele. Ta ko teisa ia. No foi taha ko da asi mai. O whalahi atu ka mautolu Love you guys.
Love you.
We ko lebe na o atu kai mo pena whamatala pe kai.
Ia.
Pero aki mo e tau whangatamai, mo e tau whangawhae, mo e whangawhae.
Oh, ngale.
Okay, thank you. O whatue.
Hi. I have something to say. Hello, family.
Hi, Tangi.
Hi. Hey, Lavi, I love you so much. I think I heard you talking and I was like, man, did she forget that we used to hang out? How is your brother? You know, the only one I do really remember, and I'm sorry, Naite, I only remember growing up with Lavi, and is it Venice?
Venicia.
It was Venice and me that was in Hawaii.
Yeah, and those two I remember so well. You two I remember well. And I just love what you said because you're right. We grew up that way, seeing, you know, the aunties flying everywhere to be at every single thing. I mean, and they did it. They did it till their last breath, so to speak. But that's really what I remember. I remember Auntie Seppi. The only two I remember really is Auntie Luisa because she was the beautiful one. And Auntie Seppi was always the funny one that always, she was at everything. I just remember Seppi and Nisa everywhere because they would always joke about Nisa, you know, and we'd be like, why do they always joke about that guy? He's the guy who works and does everything for the family. But I love Nisa and I love Seppi. Those are the two that I remember very well. Auntie Luisa, I remember very well because when we went to Tonga one year, she had her restaurant. And I'm sorry, I've been on here all night, but I wasn't really paying attention because I was with my grandchildren. But I remember going to Tonga and Auntie Luisa took us to her restaurant with my dad. And I think Tonga. But Auntie Luisa took us to her restaurant, and my gosh, we ate the most beautiful, largest uo in the whole wide world at her restaurant in Tonga. But I really, I mean, she's Auntie Luisa. You are the beautiful one. You're always the beautiful one. I didn't realize you had 11 kids, for heaven's sakes. But like I said, we hung out at Auntie Toti's house a lot of times with you too.
Yeah.
And you were the only two I remember very well. You guys were always there. And we grew up that way. The same thing you were talking about, my heart just cried because I remember that very well. Auntie Luisa, now we have more hitau kosi. Na manofo hotel pe mafa nofo. Now Feloaki I more. Is it oh, I forgot his name. But he must be in government because Namatala Noa Tui, that's him. We were talking at the hotel and I introduced myself and of course he was trying to figure out who I was, but anyway, he was very nice and I told him how we're connected And then, but he kept talking politics, so I was not very interested. So anyway, I met him. I asked him what he was doing in Samoa. He said he was meeting with some government people. And then of course I saw him, when we were leaving, we said goodbye and stuff. And when we were leaving, he got onto one of the Samoa's government cars, picked him up, and he said he had but it was very nice to see him. But I just thought, man, if that kid knew who I was, he would probably sit here and chat with me all day instead of going to meet with a diplomat. But anyway, it was nice to see him because, like I said, I didn't know him very well, but of course I knew he was, another brother of mine. But I can see he's carrying on the business mind of our grandpa. Very nice, which is good. But anyway, Luisa, I just wanted to come in and say how much I love you, Auntie. And Lavi, thank you for your thoughts again, because it takes me back. And this Zoom has really gotten close. Everybody's getting close, and especially knowing the stories of Inoke's line. Does anybody know if Moses is on here?
I didn't see him.
He's not, because if he was for London, like last week.
Oh yeah. I had to invite him to one of our Zooms. I don't know if he even knows it's every Sunday. Anyway, it would be nice if he was in here.
He was on last week.
Yeah. Te tau wale ia mataele Uata. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Ofalahi atu.
Ofalahi atu.
Love you, Tangi.
Ofatu.
Patu Kalo.
Hola, is that it? Any more questions or?
Sorry. Let's see. So
did somebody ask that? I don't know. I came in late, like I said. But how did Grandpa Inoke get blind? Was he born that way?
He was born that way.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I really didn't know how he was blind. I see. Okay.
He was born that way, like that. But I found out, I tried to find out why the men come ko osi Brian hono mata. Ko e tawa mai e toke tāka te au. Ko e lahi koe alu a kakai tangata ki kakai te whine. Pea kune lava leva o mai ai fo isie mu ko ia o fo atupu ake mea ko ia.
Okay, that's enough, Ma.
Not a fact.
No, that's what they told me. That's what they told us.
I have a story about Inoke. Can I share that story?
Okay, let's not get into that because we don't want our in-laws to hear that.
All right, I got something to say. Let me tell you how I got the name Grandma.
Oh, there's Grandma.
Hi, Grandma! Like my sisters. Never mind, I'm young. I got my nickname from Weppy.
Yeah.
He told all the nieces que uya go Grandma because their grandma are my sister. Go Grandma, and now the grandma calls me Grandma. Now, family, I can't even say my name is Lisa Mona Lisa because they don't know. Then finally I said, it's me, Grandma. And then they're like, Grandma. Yeah, so I got that name while I think I was still in high school. Manie. So I've been called that name forever and ever, but then I respond. That's a little cute story. Love you, family, even though we're dysfunctional at time, but that's okay. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Grandma, wait, sorry, can I share a story? In 2006, we went to Tonga and we were able to meet Jotu Latai. I'm Alici's
Oh, no, don't tell that
granddaughter.
story. Not 2000.
In 2000, this is how
Mute
Grandma
that
really got
story.
her name. Grandma got her name in 2006. She said Wepi gave it to her, but no. This guy right here, David, and my sister Ofa gave Grandma's name because Grandma dated guys my age. I'm 35. I'm 35 and couldn't
Mute
find
that
a boyfriend
story.
because my grandma was busy dating guys my age, and she was competition. So they came up with the name Grandma to let the boys know that she's a grandma, that she's my grandma's first cousin. So that's how Grandma really got her name. But anyway, I want to thank my grandma Alisi had passed away when I was 12 years old. And I'm just so grateful of how mindful the Lord is, because earlier this year, I came up with a New Year's resolution. Like, I try to do one goal every year to be realistic. And my goal this year was family history. And I'm grateful for whoever set this up, because most of the people that come on here, like Tangi, I don't even know you, but I gave you the nickname Tangi because it's just, you're always on here all the time. And it's just so fulfilling to know how many family members that we know. I mean, that I have. And for Grandma Luisa to be a part of this, because like we've watched this like 3 Sundays in a row, and it's become like a family thing. I want to show you our family that's here. We have like a first cousins family night here just to watch this. And it's just such a blessing because it's brought us closer. And I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for the story that my mom was able to share about Grandma Luisa and everyone else, bringing them here to America, because we really have reaped the blessings of being here in America. I mean, we've gone through so many struggles, but the blessings that we have received because of our great grandfather, Inoke, it's good to hear these stories because we're able to know why we're so blessed. Because, I mean, we all make mistakes, we all fall short, but we know that because of our ancestors, we continue to reap these blessings. One of the questions that I wanted to know, because I hear Inoke served a mission, he's been a godly man, he fears God. But I was wondering, like, what about his brothers? Did they serve a mission? Did they fear God? Or like how their lives were? If anyone can answer, just wondering. Anyone?
Lika, why don't you answer the question about Miley?
Last week, I think Tuponiua mentioned that his grandpa served a mission.
Yeah, Lolo served.
Lolo.
And Mila served. And I don't know about Hameti. Did Hameti serve?
Yeah, he served a mission in Otea when I was 8 months, I believe, and just me and my brother Penny. They're serving the mission in. He was telling me that he was just, his business was going so well at the time, and then Motulalo. Tonga came and told him that the mission president wanted to see him. So he went there and he was asked to go on a mission. And they told him that they know that he have a business, but they inspired to call him to go on a mission. And then he said, okay. So he left everything with Tua Babao and Penny. Have Penny and Tua Babao take care of everything, and they left on a mission to Otea. They up in Feretoa, wherever. And they said when they came, the business was, was more than what they, when he left it with them. And so there was a blessing that he accepted the call. I think maybe if someone else, maybe they won't go because the business was starting, to get off. But then he trusted that it was the time if the Lord wants him to go serve, and he went. And that's what he said. He left everything with Penny and Tuavau and just left everything with them. But when he came, everything was maybe double or triple when they left with them. And yeah, but they did serve. That's the only mission I know that they did. And then when they came and then we went to the New Zealand temple, it was just me and Penny at the time. Yeah.
He shared that with me too, Atu.
He did?
Yeah, he told me about how he left his business with my mom. And when he came back from his mission, like nothing was, it was double. So he thought that was a blessing.
I think hinga ko tia ko hinga ber na loto tangata iki ko alo nga fa kau ko hinga ko ne kui ka pa na ke kui ya mahalo mari to ni mamaro.
Weppy.
Shut your mouth, Weppy.
I was just telling my husband.
Remember, we're from the farmer's family.
Kololo mo Inoke, kololo na kui mo Inoke na mea. But they have the most beautiful wife. And I don't know, I have no idea. But I have na shoka nawa. Ka ko hongo foi mari fuck up over Rocky Mari. Ko tu fui fe fine fuck up over mo tu fui. So mo hange wela wa Weppy maka pa na ke kui mahalo mari tofia.
It's right.
Whoa, stop putting stuff in Weppy's head, eh?
Okay, Auntie Luisa, did you share any stories about when you first came to America, like what you thought about Hawaii and what you thought about, like, you know, seeing how you felt when like everybody was speaking English or anything around you or anything like that? Did you share any of those stories? Sorry, I'm going in and out. I have, so I'm the Relief Society president in my ward and we have some things going on in my ward. So that's why I keep going in and out. So I'm sorry about
Tell them it's family time, Ola.
That's what I try to tell them, but if it wasn't an emergency, then I wouldn't do it.
Cái time ko na Hawaii mi Tonga na ku. Ongo I ai ku hange ko ngo I ke tu ku hausia. Kai he time na ku Hawaii fai nga kalo. Ai wange o mo ui ho ku ne ave o ku ai. He tuake kahoa kalo ku ai sei me mea fia lahi awia. He ku sio ku lahi panga. Aia ko ku mahi no I ko hauia ai whainga nea ve koe o Mataele. Ai ma upeke tāna ke pe panga ke lahi. Pea nā ku manako au pito awia he ki ngā ue. O whamalo ma pea ke tamai e wani o mai tāpua ka te au ke si hao whainga a kalo. Pea koe taimi ko tā pea ko alo tori pua kaka he pua tori o mai o tui o whai o no whātawat ke kakai. Pea taimi ni ihi o ku osi e me ea kohe maketi ka maulaka mautoke matatahi. Whakahoa ka pālangi he matatahi pe mo. Awe nau kahoa kai mai pānga. O koe ke taha mai a pe koha pe o te mai kai. Ha Mataele a whainga mea peka ke peke. Hau pānga ia ke ni mai. Mea ko mana tuire ko fia ako ki ngau na whai ka kalo. Pena aku ilo I koe tapua kia ka te au. Pea ko wongo e auia ko ngai mea ko toa pe o kuala ke aku ni mā o mo ui. O koe ke ilo pe koe ha, pe koe tapua ki o kuring mahe o tua ka te au. O koe kuala pe ke mea o mo ui. Pe koe ha pe ki mea ko ngahi o kulava whakatau atu. Pe koe mea ko fia e pe au ke wahe. I he taime o tau tue ke o tua, o whanga o tua whakafono e mea ko toa pe o tau ni mā. Pe au ko tau fia ai. Pe taime ko toa pe o ko whaitake mea ko ni, ka pau te ke kuku ho ni mā, ka pau te ke kuku ho ni mā, a mea ko toa pe kia koe, e taha pe, ka pau e wholahi o ni mā pe hei, o ke tokoni ke toko hongo fulu. Pako toko ni ko ke tongo fulu o ngangana tapa ki milangi o fafono ni ma pe tafi. Tafi a te ngai tapa ko toa pe ke kakai ko toa pe whaingata ia. Ko ia family, whai e mea ko ia, ke ofa ke kakai ko toa pe. Tatau e pepe ko hea. Ofa ke kakai pe lingi mai o tua tapa ki ko tau family. He kai ke hapotu e whaahau ki ai. Hange ko lau a tohi tapu. Mo omi ai vahango fulu e mea kotoa pe ke tu anko loa ko hike ia mea kai o whare. Pa mo ai ia au, pe se awa ngai kautau. Pe a teo whakaava matapalangi, pe a teo lilinge ngai tapu aki. He kai kia hapotu e whaahao ia ki ai. Ko ia ko whamooni aka ki mutolo he poni. Family. Whai e mea kotoa pe a ke mana tu i ke vahango fulu tonu. Pea teke tāna ke ngai tāpo aki he kai kia hapoto whaahau ki ai. O wharahi atu ke whamiri hono katoa, o wharahi atu mea Luisa Mataele Uata.
I wanted to add to Mom Hola. I came when I was about 6 or 7 to Hawaii. And so I watched my mom work for Auntie Carlo. And I don't remember her name, but I think it was Eveline. Me and her would kau he kau tolipua, and we would kau he whakakahoa iga kau palangi at, I think we sold it for $2 or something. But I learned work ethics in Auntie Carlos, even though I was so young. And even with Teisa, I know almost every night we would go for taupua and toliepua, and we would just have so much fun. But I remember Auntie Carlo had the front part, but she also had a store in the back. So we would be running back and forth doing pu'i and eating ice cream on the way and stuff. But Auntie Carlo, thank you very much. Thank you for all you did for me and my mom, my brother and my mom, and for all of us. And just me watching everyone and how they loved all of us, it was so good. And I hope that we continue to do that. I wish Foki Hangika Taimi when I was young, seeing it, if everybody was so close-knit. And even here even in LA and all those places, now I've grown up. Wherever you go, Hangika and I lavika alisileka before, wherever you go, kapag te paya ka fonua eke pepe ukaha Mataele. When you know that Mataele, you're done. They will take care of you on everything. So that's what I love about our family, is how we love one another and help one another on everything. And so I love you all.
Thank you.
To add hi.
Maloney, do you
Hi,
have
everyone.
a question? Who said something?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, Maloney, go ahead.
No, it's me. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Hi, Maloney. I want some
Hi.
puteni.
Hi, Lavi. I just want to say, since we're on the topic of Grandpa Inoke, my auntie Iona was just telling me a story about 2 weeks ago about Inoke. She was telling me when she was young, she was working for Auntie Carlo Marketplace. Her memory, Grandpa Inoke came here to Hawaii and stayed with us, with my grandpa Tony. And she said she remembers that that was the first time she ate the best bread. Inoke came o ta'oe ma, I kapahulu o naukai. And Grandpa Tony and Inoke was up all night talking, laughing, and they couldn't sleep, the children, because of how noisy Grandpa Tony and Grandpa Inoke was. But she doesn't remember where he was coming to go to the mainland or to go back to Tonga. So since we're talking about Grandpa Inoke and his best bread, I like to believe I make the best puteni he ko hokope kiai, you know? And even my auntie Iona told me when she was still living in Tonga, they would go, I think, was Grandpa Inoke living in Sanga at one time? Sanga?
Mailetaha.
Oh, okay, mahalo. Tamai, she would go with Grandpa Tony to there, and she said, you know, Lonnie, when we went there, tuku maris ka puri-puri pa Inoke e, and eki iska maketi.
Oh, Maloney, you're breaking up.
Frozen.
Maloney, you're frozen.
Just for that, send us all puteni.
Maloney, you got frozen.
Hi everyone, sorry. I'm just my name is Sana.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Yeah.
Hi, Maloney, you got frozen. You were going on about how you felt like it was from Grandpa Inoke, I think, or
Sorry, am I frozen? Can you hear me?
You were. Now you're not.
Okay, no, but I just wanted to share what Iona told me, how I feel for Faniko Fana Mataele. And I want to thank you guys, especially first generation, Luisa, Auntie Carlo, Tesa, Grandma Lisa, for all of you guys, the stories, the memories, and hopefully, like you guys said, for Matolu second generation, the Mahokohoka, keep in touch with Fani, So, please, pamotoki otama mo putenie, support the family business. Love you all.
You will be charging you for that ad.
and no
forget my
family
slice of
no
spaghetti.
family discount like Natalia.
I want to order too.
Can I add something?
And like, hey, and like Mataele said, no family discount. Family is family, business is business. Okay.
Except grandma slice of spaghetti.
Love you all. Mwah.
Thank
Love
you.
you, Maloney.
Sana
Hi,
wants
my
to
name
say
is
something.
Sana.
Hi,
Hi everyone. I am the daughter of Devita Pau, the granddaughter of Seppi. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone, just like everyone is talking about family. Even though I didn't know any of you guys, everyone had reached out and wrote posts about my dad. So I want to thank you guys for the appreciation, the love for the families that came, Grandma Lisa, Naite. There's more families that came that I don't really remember, but I just want to say thank you. It made me want to be able to know my Mataele side more, because I don't appreciate you guys more, but thank you for the families that sent money. It really means a lot. And my mom and I really appreciate it. Grandma Luisa and Naite, we love you guys so much, and thank you for sharing great stories of Grandpa Noke. But thank you guys again, and yes, we want to put an order for Puteni as well.
We will be collecting.
Yay!
Love you, Sana.
We will be collecting our
Love you,
commission.
Sana. Ofa friend.
Yay, I got a puteri for my free slice.
Okay, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Uncle Sam.
Okay. I'm glad Tangi brought up that we were raised together with Lavi and Vanisi. And I always remember that we grew up together, and I always say, man, when am I ever going to see them again? Because we were young and we used to hang out in Hawaii, and next thing you know, they were gone. And then, only Lavi, like now I see, but I don't see the brother anymore, and I don't know, what he's up to, what he's doing. But it's so glad, and I'm so glad that that she's on here, and we're able to, to verify, that we grew up together here in Hawaii and just had the most fun and everything, just being together and stuff. And I'm glad for that, and I'm glad for this, that we're able to share and to share memories of growing up together, as like they say, that's just like brothers and sisters. And I just like to add that how close Meti and them were is like the story that our dad gave us. Growing up in Tonga, my mom and dad took us to the temple with me and my sister and Essay. And going back home before we came to Hawaii, Hameti gave his dad, my dad, the bus to use. So my dad ran the bus from Ifo to town, and that's how he got the money for us to come to the States. His brother Hameti said, "Yeah, just take the bus and use it, and gather all the money and take it and take your family." And to hear all these things reminds memory of growing up here together with Penny. Hamechi's son, came here and grew up with us here, and that's why my dad loves all his brothers and stuff, because that's how we grew up. Everybody, when somebody needs help, they help. They're there for them, no matter what it is. They don't material things is nothing to them, you know. But helping each other, that's the most important thing to do for them. I, I'm so grateful to be raised in a family that's so loving, and I guess a lot of people don't understand, but that's how we were raised. We're not very materialistic things doesn't mean to us anything. It's what we can share with people in our families. That's the most important thing, and that's the thing we cherish. The smile on their faces and the memories that we can take with us. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Uncle Sam, can you please introduce yourself to those Inoke family that doesn't know you?
Fat Sam Malo.
I'm the third youngest from Lolo and Latu's kids. That's I'm Grandpa Lolo and May's grandson.
Hey, can I add something?
Everybody.
Oh, just
Hello.
kidding.
Can I add something?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I want to tell you a funny story about Benny. My brother Sam. Sam is older than me. Me and Sam are 2 years apart, twins. I was born on his second birthday. But anyways, so I grew up with about 15 to 20 brothers that I really thought was my brothers in Hawaii. So Penny happened to be in a household, Penny Hameti. And I remember my dad coming home. He just bought a brand new car. It was his pride and joy. And my brothers and even my cousins, which I thought was my brothers, would take whatever car they wanted when the parents went to sleep, and they went cruising with it whenever they wanted. So every night they would push the car away from the driveway and disappear. And my dad would always wonder, how come there's no gas in the car? But anyways, my dad had this brand new car. He pride and joy. And one night he came home and he said, "Where's my car?" Nobody said a thing. Benny took the car with my brothers, and I don't know what happened, but they were racing. And the next thing you know, they came home. The car wrapped around a telephone pole. Nobody really got hurt, but my dad. I know if he was one of my older siblings, they'd probably get dirty lickings. But because it was Benny, my dad just shook his head, smiled, and that was it. That was it. No lickings, no
wow,
nothing. But then I thought later on, why? And I found out later, because that was his tokowa, or his cousin's kid. And the love he had for his cousin or his brother, it just linked to his own. Benny grew up with us. We kind of thought he was one of us, the years that he lived with us. But I was just amazed at, like, wow, okay, now I understand the love of family. When my own, thinking that kid's gonna get dirty lickings, that he just totaled a car that I don't know how much money my dad spent on it, brand new, out of the car lot, about a week, his pride and joy, and those guys wrapped it around the telephone pole. So it's funny to hear this kind of story. I'm glad they're alive, because they used to do some ridiculous, dumb things of us growing up. But yeah, the love of the family, it goes beyond most people would understand. Thank you.
Thank you, SA.
Can I add something to what Sam was saying about that bus?
Okay.
So when my dad went and bought the bus from Fiji, those long ones, and every time they bring a bus that size, they have to cut it. They have to really bring it, shorter. And my dad didn't want to cut it, so what he did, he went to Fatai, talked to the Tuiperehake, and have Fuspala come and hopoi the bus and name the bus and whatever. And then the next thing we know, the bus was never, cut. So na iloi pe I mean those guys na lele pe pasi fu this the first time ka fu pasi lahi pe he ke lele pe Tonga ta e fra no I mai. It was because my dad went to Tatu Perehake and have fu spala come and hopoki pa na neui ko fu pasi ko he lala fisi niu. I fu pasi ko na abgo kalatu ko ke mea. But that's I just remember when Sam was saying it. But manatu ileva ahna e hopok ya pasi mo me ko ya. Pena lahe launga he na lahe kakai na upas na mai ko pawi ke tusia ke faka no. Pako that was the first bus que lele pe he size ko ya but how upase ki mui. It was because ko tahine ko fuspala na hanga hopok ipia. Pescata pe he tipe ke mo puranga ke lele pe fu pasi. That's a little short story about the bus.
Thank you, Auntie Atu.
Thanks, Auntie.
Speaking of vehicles, our very first car was also from Grandpa Hameti. A used car.
Yeah, my parents' first car.
Too bad I wasn't born yet.
Can I have a story to tell about the bus.
Okay.
You know, is anybody else speaking? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Let's see. Why don't we? Let's see. Let's go ahead and go. Let's just go ahead and go back to Auntie Luisa, and then we'll close off with her. I'll stop the recording and stuff like that, and then you guys can talk some more. And we'll talk about next week's meeting. Just because it's getting late for them, it's like it's after 11 in Texas, so I just don't want to keep her up so late. But anyways, Auntie Luisa, anyways, do you want to share, like, were you ever sealed to your dad? You want to share in the temple to your parents? And tell us about that story.
Na e sila ki matoro e mautamai. Pea koe tapua ka tek mautoro ai maongoi. Ai o whae ki mautoro e mautamai. O te tau ai pepe koe hai mea hoka ki mautoro. Na ne puke ki mautoro o mau hoko koe kakai ke mautokon ke no langa puleanga e ki e mama koe ni. Pea na mau peinga mau pe i e wike kotoa pe ke whaiha ki au kai ke whamalo ke tamai wani ngai tāpua kotoa pe o kune o mai kautoro. Ko ia family, ko whaamuange, he poni, ke whātō ko tau loto ke tau au kai i he wike taha au kai o kore ke iki ke tapua ki ke tau tolu mo tau hako. Ke tūloa ai tau ngahi ngā we mo tau ngahi whiofo o whani ko toa pe i te tau ki whamiri. E koe ki whamiri ki tau tolu na e ngāhi akia ai ofa whakaisi ke tau lava whiofo o whani pe a te tau tolu mau ai pe a o ko maua ofa lahi ke fofo ngai wha e ko toa pe mo fofo ngai tamai ko mo asi mai i e poni ki mo whakakato e tau. O e tau poro kalaha pia ko o ngoi ai loto honga ia mo oni ke tamai he bani e ne o mai ngai tapu atu ngani ke tek tau tolu o tau wausia ai poni. O tau lava fe sio whaki i he ofa mo fe tokai aki mo e whilingi aki ai tau ngahi whakakaukau ke ono o hake ki tau tolu ke atunga o toi leleian. O ofa lahi aki ke te mo tolu hono katoa, ofa pe ke tau toi whiloaki peheni i ka una. Malo.
Malo, Luisa.
Love you, Auntie Luisa.
Ofalahi at Luisa.
Can I say one more thing about Luisa? Luisa, ko mandu ko ala to faya ko lia hona, na ala to he valu walu waluhiva. Koe time ko na ustu tempare. I was amazed ko time ko to pe ko wofi fokaria hona ke tempare love pe ke tupe ako te fai ako te aleva hunga I had to give it sin. Ko me time ko to pe ko ata aki foi sin o kuya Luisa ye. And then I thought, how does she find time to go to the temple almost like once a week like that? If I mean, I didn't go often, but when I went, she's always there. I just want to share that. Luisa, go sio ma be ko I tempare I time ko ya ke ko e fai ta ka ngalele ke te a. O fat.
I remember that though, because they would go to temple every Wednesday.
My grandpa go to temple every week on Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Na alpo avata fokpe mapuni.
I have a question for Auntie Luisa, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Auntie, I don't know if anybody asked, but how did Grandpa Inoke meet your mom?
I thought we already asked this too.
Did you ask that already?
I don't think so.
I didn't ask her. Him.
Oh, I thought I asked it, but go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. How did you meet?
That woman is a beautiful woman. And some people, they ask, how come he get the beautiful lady and get married because he's blind? He's blind. But go tami pe no ke go tapua ke me eki na fuck my eki a tapua ko ya ki get ya.
Wow.
Yeah.
And was he married twice or just the one?
Twice. I'm the married to Owaia. Married fine talavo au pito ko tu fui. Fine talavo pe moia.
Ew.
That one got game.
Wow.
Tu vecino nace ko I matahau.
Ew.
Kakai talavo au pito.
Oh yeah. Wow. Kakisyo kene fuhako.
Tamai e aia ko taimi o tau whai de le ai o whanga pehe o tua o whakalotoa hani ihi ke neo sa ia mai i ai. Pea kumi pea ko oange pehe o tua hono o ngo mai koe ni whakafofa.
Kaito lo, yeah? Thank you, Auntie.
Tani, I think you missed it. Luisa was only 6 when the mom died, and Olivia, I think, was 4. I think you missed that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I did. I got to go back and listen to the recording. I love this. That's why we can always go back and listen to it.
Can I share the story about my mom when she came to America?
Sure.
Yes.
Na how ko fae o hipo I Hawaii. Pelea te kau palangi patu pia tang. Kai te lava lea. And then my mom say, te kai ke ilo I kamena vave pe hao ilo e kalo mo te isa. Lo tonga ene tangi pe kwa kento ilo hahalea. Mo o nga no fine matu a mo e kaila. My sister you here. Oku ke fia maare te mato. Pala taki malea tu ko ne tangi. Na ka ko ngana na taki malea o ave. Ko nga ko tano ko alabi. Ona si taki malea o ave ke ki ha o fononga halole wa mo ali o ai ne me ko ke mea. Ka ko me na ko ke fae na si tano mai. Ne hi Hawaii ka ke ilo ha hatari ha pale ha palang. Tu ya tangi. But kan na pe I don't know ka me na ba ilo e teisa. Kamalo pe na hau pe was Inoke Mataele. Maybe na siyo matu ko tahine Mataele. He va ve ma akalo mo teisa o ka faki fae. Pa na ka ne toi tang kana ne fia leva.
Thank you, Tiana.
Sharing.
Bye, everybody. I gotta go to work.
Okay.
See you, Lisa.
Let me share. Can I share a story? In 1995, hello, I'm Tupo. I'm Wepi's excellent half. In 1995, I got to interview both Voka and Grandma Sepi for something I had to do. In Sepi's interview, I asked her how did she end up here in Orange County, because Seppi and her sisters were the first Tongans ever here in Orange County, where we live. And Seppi said they had worked na nautoli pua kotoa whakatau kahoa in Hawaii. And then she went to work one time, oku tala ova. I guess she had a job, but tala ova. And she escaped me alanko immigration. And she called Inoke. She wanted to go back to Tonga, her and Luisa, but and she wanted to go back for ki Tonga whangata ia. Inoke told her, Seppi, alu ki Amerika o kumiai hatau mo ui. Ko voka o kunofo he feitu o kuiko horiuti, kumia voka, pake alu ki ai o kumi hamo ui hatau family. So that's how Seppi ended up here in LA. And while she was in LA, Uliti and Luisa were here. And this is what Seppi told me. Uliti had seen in the papers that Orange County was booming with jobs, but there was hardly any people living here. So however, Luisa can confirm this or whatever, but they had bought a house or Michael the Luisa and I mean Seppi or Seppi Tonga Ilavi and everybody bring left some of the children Luisa mo Uliti, and they all ended up here in Orange County, and that's how Inoke's clan have lived here in Orange County ever since. But they were the first one to come here because of that story.
Oh, wow.
Malopo. Thank you, excellent half.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any questions for Auntie Luisa before I stop the recording? No? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.
Oh. I want to tell you another story.
Okay, tell us another story, Auntie.
Na taramai uliti ka te au ke aluange o wakaya alis he okupuke. Aia pauha ula maui hawau o kutautu a pure mo ki pepe a alisi na toki faele o puke pe o kukakehane mea kai. Ka alo alisi ke feitu ke. Pau hau ko ia o sio ki ai e ne whaka opa ai kai ke aha alu aia ko ue ia o alu ia ewa takai o kai ke nofu mau ia na wapi. Pau hau rewa o fuahake ki pepe ko ni uma ki ai pau tukuange ki ai. Pau hau rewa alu omi e ne topu mo e ne mea kau mohono na pikeni mo mea kotoa pe whakakato mea pepe o hau rewa tuku mai si ariti ke tauhi aki ene ki pepe pe anga mo se niti ki ai ke kumi ake ene mea kai mo mea. Ko ki manatu me lie ea ko manatu i whekau aki mo toko wā pea na ane tangi langi mo wha malo mai ka te au he oku ne silo ngo i pe oku si paea. Ko ia ko ki manatu me lie ea na manatu I kau ka arisi.
Ongi bebe, mam.
Thank you so much. Anyone else have any questions or anything for Auntie?
Oh. Na mahau ke Amerikani, na kai ka mau wala mau tolu whiunga ke tui mai wakapuna. Luisa have to give, even na ai mau pei, na te o mai moi wala ke mau tui mai wakapuna he mau puna mai. Na pehe a yanga ko he whina koe ni na toko ni peka mau tolu I he taimi ko toa pe. Mau toko ni mai mau hau, koe wala I pe ni ma. Na kai pehe ne ha taha ne ia ha wala. No, na wala I ni ma na o mai ke tui he taha ko toa ke mau moi wakapuna.
Thank you. So, okay, we'll go ahead and Auntie, I'll go ahead and stop the recording. And then Auntie, if you need to leave, we totally understand. It's 11:30 and so that's pretty late.